Hello and welcome to another episode of BTB Live and Andrew's Hot Takes, the Super Show, Super Duper Duper Show.
Yeah,
We
3 hours
usually,
long.
yeah, man, we usually here on a Monday, but life happens, so we're here to make it up to you guys with that sweet, sweet.
Jess, we missed you too, girl. We
Yes.
missed you too.
Oh man, listen, it's been work. It's been a whole lot of work for me. Appointments, training sessions, all kinds of stuff. My life has
Facts.
been a whirlwind, Jessica, but it's great to see you. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Want to start out by doing some hellos and checking on you guys. So I'm joined by Mark Ray and Chris Carlos. Chris, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, dude. What's going on?
I'm doing good, man. Just out here doing a thing, man. Working, moving around, doing things. It's been a lot, man. I'm so tired. I'm so run down. I need a vacation. I need a vacation. I come to the understanding I need a vacation.
It's you
Mark, how
good,
you
sir.
doing, bud?
I am doing exceptional, sir.
All right.
Can't complain.
Exceptional. I will take exceptional. I'll take
Exceptional. All right, we'll take it.
exceptional. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing exceptional, brother. This is gonna be a lot of fun today because we're talking Forbidden Door. We're talking a little blood and guts. Andrew will be
Mitch, give
coming
it time,
on.
Mitch. We didn't even get into it yet, bro.
Slow down, Bobby
What's Mitch
Valentino.
talking about?
Talking about
Already, Santana got injured last night.
yeah. Mitch trying to be my Brian Windhorse all of a sudden. We'll
Don't be Brian Windhorst ever,
we'll
ever.
we'll get into it, Mitch. We'll get into it.
Guy shielded himself for one player his whole career.
His whole entire career,
So,
been living off of it, just covering one guy. So crazy, man. Shouldn't we all get that lucky? Um, now I have to say, I got a lot of mixed emotions coming out of Forbidden Door. Andrew will be on at 7 o'clock to give you his take, and that's rolling right into Andrew's hot takes.
mhm.
So that should be exciting, guys. Forbidden Door happened Sunday night. Started with the pre-show.
It was good.
Let's hear some thoughts. Let's talk about it. Let's
All
jump
right,
into it.
so we're gonna get into. I'm gonna get into start this off because I have one gripe. Okay, so I brought this up to my boys the other day. So Forbidden Door for me was great. Damn near every match was a 5-star match,
Hmm.
but it was again too fucking long. I was telling my boys, I was like, yo, we could have condensed this into like maybe 3.5 hours,
How
and
long was it? Because I was on a tape delay. Someone
each
stopped over,
match each match,
so
Chris,
I
was
paused it. What time did it
was
actually end?
It
it
ended up.
ended at like almost midnight.
Because I was watching it for like to like 12:45. But like I
And
said, I had to pause it because I had someone stopped over.
each match was anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. So, you know, after a while, it gets boring. And I said this to Rodney, when you have matches going for 30, 45 minutes, about 20, 25 minutes in the match, you know what the fuck is going to happen. Literally, I think the only match that really shook me that I couldn't call was the FTR match. Because so what happened was Dax Harwood got injured about halfway through the match, um, maybe a little less than halfway through the match, and he dislocated his shoulder. Kyle, what's up, brother? So they brought him backstage. Basically, popped his. They were going to call an audible. So what was going to happen was now they weren't supposed to win the titles, and it was going to go to Roppongi Vice, and Roppongi Vice was going to win the titles. So, but Dax said, "No, fuck that. Pop this bitch back in. We're going to throw some K tape on it, and boom, get me back out there." And let me tell you, man, Dax is one bad son bitch because he did that shit, bro. He got back out there, and the match went maybe another 20 minutes, and now they are holding three different titles. But yeah, so like I said, when it comes to that, that's my only gripe was the fact that it's still too damn long. You're giving me on a Sunday 5 hours of a pay-per-view and then the next day I gotta watch 3 hours of Raw,
Well, don't watch that.
I almost
That's
did it.
simple.
I almost
That's
did it.
simple.
I was
Listen, my only gripe with it, I don't
not
put too
even-
much stock into the pre-show.
yeah.
I just wish it was on a Saturday night, like they used to be.
Well,
Keep it on Saturday, so I don't have to go to work on Sunday, on Monday.
Pretty good matches during the pre-show. The pre-show wasn't too bad.
No, but I'm saying, like, I don't invest the hour into the pre-show. I start it, so give it to me on Saturday. I don't know why they went away from that. You know, I would have. I'm not going to cut any matches out. I thought they were all fantastic, so just keep it on Saturday. That's what I said.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, Cesaro and Eddie Kingston actually wound up having some beef because Cesaro. Let's call him Claudio now. So let's be politically correct. So Claudio and Eddie Kingston wound up having a little beef because Claudio came out and Eddie Kingston felt like Claudio stole his spot because he wanted to come out and help them out at the end of that match while they were all getting their asses kicked. Mox and what's his face, Tanahashi, and he definitely got pissed. He actually told Claudio to go fuck himself.
Let's do the rundown and we'll get to it. But I got a few interesting nuggets to say about one Eddie Kingston.
We'll run through it.
All right. So if you want to start at the top with the pre-show, you had the Murder Hawk monster Lance Archer taking on Nick Komoto, which was a match that was kind of fun. Just big guys just crashing into each other. A good way to start the crowd off. It's a hot crowd in Chicago. They're looking for something exciting. It wasn't bad. It was a good pre-show match. I like the fact that it was on a pre-show. It was a good way to start. You had Swerve. You had the match with Swerve and Keith Lee teaming up against El Dorado and El Desperado and
El Desperado.
Kimura. Really good match. Really enjoyed this. And I love at the end of the match, the Will Hobbs and you had Ricky Starks come out at the top of in the skybox and
talking
really
hella shit.
That's what you want.
Talking hella shit. What did Ricky Starks say? Keith Lee looks like a broke Uncle Phil.
Yeah, he looked like a broke Uncle Phil. And it was just the jokes were there. I just wish Keith Lee or somebody would have grabbed the damn mic. Because if you're sitting there letting somebody just roast you as you're just walking backwards. Well, grab a microphone. Let's get into a confrontation. Let's set something up. All right? You guys yelling back at them. Nobody can hear what you're saying. Okay? I want to hear you. You just let them roast them for that whole time. And that's what it turned into. So then we turned around and the card starts with a weird match to start off with. I personally may have not gone this route, but you can see that there's a lot of matches on this card. We got to fit a lot of different things in. Did this start the match? Wait, correction. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Did who?
Who started? Was the Gun Club still on the pre-show, right?
That was pre-show. Still on the pre-show, yeah.
Just double checking.
Ass Boys were definitely on the pre-show.
Yeah, so we got the Gun Club taking on La Dojo. What? First of all, the most random 3 human beings you could possibly find in New Japan.
To the card.
Danhausen makes an appearance on a big screen, just kept cracking on them. I guess this works for.
I don't know.
I guess it works for them. I'm tired of seeing Billy Gunn wrestle. To be honest with you, your time has passed. Let your sons kind of take the reins. But really jumping into the card here, and this leads right to Eddie Kingston, guys. Trio tag team match. You got Eddie Kingston. You got Will Yuta, and man, these Japanese names are gonna kill me. Sorry, M- Minnow. Did I hit that? I think I did.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
Kingston, Minnow, and Yuta taking on the Wizard. The Wizard once again. The Wizard. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Suzuki. Folks, Suzuki did a great job in this match.
Yes,
His
he did.
confrontations with Eddie Kingston were classic. That's the type of stuff that you want to see an older man do. He's crazy. He does wild things. I loved it.
Yeah.
Sammy Guevara, I've been hating on you for a little while with the whole sexual relations character that you're playing. But I got to give him credit here. He did a really good job in this match. He played his role, high flying role. That's what you do. You're gonna do the flippy stuff, and you and Will Yuta are gonna go at it. That worked for me. Well, let's talk about Chris Jericho for a quick second.
Mm-hmm.
The Wizard, Jericho. To me, we really don't need it. We really don't need you to be out here being the Wizard. And every week you're coming out here dressed like a boy band. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say.
It's too much.
It's becoming too much.
Oh man, if you want to laugh at that, watch Blood and Guts.
Yeah, look, that was too. We gotta get into that because that was too much, in my opinion. We are come to the understanding that Chris Jericho is no longer the Chris Jericho of old. He is now this weird. I almost feel like he's doing satire. It's not even.
He's satiring himself.
It's very strange. Like,
listen, he had a character when he started AEW, right? That was the new Chris Jericho, and it worked. Then he's just off his rocker now with the Wizard shit and the rest of the nonsense with all the outfits. And again, like, you have a new group. Stop playing the old fucking song.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, right? That's like fucking Evolution using the DX music, right? Because it was a cool. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Doesn't make sense at all.
And and we'll get into when we do Blood and Guts later, but I thought it was a good way to start the show. I love Suzuki's role in it. I'm really starting to like Wheeler Yuta. He's really
he's
coming
really impressing me.
He really is. He impressed me last night too.
Oh my god, he was phenomenal.
I'm really digging Wheeler Yuta. Eddie Kingston. I just want to segue real quick, and I'm just going to say what I got to say, and we can move it on. But Booker T came out last week, said what we've been saying for quite some time. There's a difference in Adam Cole's physique.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember Rodney noticed that a couple months back. It's just right out there, right? So maybe we're not in the know, but Booker T is certainly in the know. So he noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
And all he said was he needs to bulk back up, right? He needs to bulk back up, like we always say, to be believable, all this other shit. No one knocked his athletic ability. No one knocked his in-ring performance. No one knocked any of that. But here comes the snowflake. Big, tough guy, fucking Eddie Kingston. Now, I expected Renee with her comments. A little disappointed with Renee, but she's still fucking smoking hot, but your comments were way off. Can we stop being so sensitive with this shit? No one's body shaming Adam Cole. Rodney, we watched the draft. We did a draft special. You watched the NBA draft. What do they always say? Well, especially the NBA draft. An 18-year-old comes in. Once he puts on some muscle, this guy's got to beef up. I have conversation with how many kids before school let out, telling them, you need to beef up come August. You need to slim down come August. It's critiques, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here comes that bitch boy, Eddie Kingston. I'm a tough guy. First of all, to Adam Cole's credit, he said nothing, right? Said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
To Adam Cole's credit, right? But here comes Eddie Kingston defending him. Listen, Eddie Kingston, you look like a fucking slob out there. And then he's like, oh, I have a gym in my house, which we know you don't work out, Eddie Kingston.
Clearly.
It's fine. We know you don't. All right? But don't get all hurt because Booker T, who, if you looked at Booker T now, he could still go in the ring,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you're gonna talk the talk, you can walk the walk. Booker T can.
He's about to get in the ring with him and Queen Sharmell on either side. He's a
Yeah.
part of the team with Reality of Wrestling. He's about to have
You know, and here's another thing. Spam me with the bullshit, Eddie Kingston. Oh, Adam Cole has Britt Baker. Yes, we all know Britt Baker's a good-looking woman. But there's plenty of men in America that have good-looking women next to him. That has nothing to do with the fact that the guy has... I read another article where someone said it looks like he's lost like 20 pounds of muscle. I would say it's more like 10 to 15, but he's definitely lost his muscle tone. So... could you just shut the fuck up, Eddie Kingston? You're a tough guy, but your butt hurt because someone said something about Adam Cole. Maybe something about you. I'm tired of the bullshit, Rodney. I'm tired of it's body shaming. It's this. It's that. It's ridiculous now. It's a critique. And then I read. Someone else made a good point. If you watch a UFC fight, what do those dudes look like? All weights. From 135 up, they are chiseled.
Mm-hmm.
Chiseled.
Now, you might get one or two heavyweights that might be
one or two heavyweights, yes. But those dudes are chiseled, right? So, I've been eating on that, sitting on that. I'm tired of these fucking people. Grow up and grow a pair of balls and take some criticism that comes with the territory. You're in a sports world. People are going to look at you and decide if you are fit for that role or not. Mm-hmm. And Booker T did not call anybody out. He just made he gave an opinion based on what we've been saying for how many months. And everyone's noticed. Adam Cole has lost his muscle tone. Maybe he's playing too many video games. I don't fucking know what it is. But it also goes to the fact that he's got injuries, right? So the better shape you're in, the less injuries you have. Okay? And if Eddie Kingston has a problem with Claudio, go home. Because that's what a superstar looks like. Not Eddie Kingston.
Now, Claudio and Eddie they're doing a little recon. Their beef goes way beyond this started years ago. So, people are still trying to figure out if it's a work, if it's a shoot. I don't got time to worry about that. I want to address what you were talking about, Chris, because I listen to the Hall of Fame. I listen to it weekly. I heard the comments, and I damn near almost stood up on the Long Island Railroad and applauded him. Because I've only sat on this show and said it 100 times over. You are a professional wrestler and entertainer. You have a camera on you. You ask any movie star, any music star, any Broadway actor, actress, one of the first things they tell you about being a star or being in front of a camera, in front of the public eye, your appearance and character is everything. Your appearance can cost you a role. Your appearance can cost you a deal.
Yep.
It's everything. It's not like Adam Cole is sitting behind a desk working behind a computer. No, it's not like Adam Cole is bagging groceries at the local supermarket. Adam Cole is an entertainer in the sports entertainment realm. He's essentially an actor. He's essentially a play actor. Essentially, if we really want to talk, he's an athlete.
He's an athlete. There's a physical element to his job.
Exactly.
And if you're going to tell me he's heavyweight champion or going to be, then you need to look the part.
I'm sorry, Eddie Kingston, that you decide that you want to wear a singlet that holds in your gut, but every time you let your straps down, the singlet rolls down and your gut is everywhere. It's bad when Otis looks better than you. I'm just saying, I used to get on Otis all the time. Surprisingly, what did Otis start doing? Otis start wearing either a crop top or wearing something that covers the belly. Want to know why? Because he gets it. I got to get myself back into some type of shape. Now, I got to play the fat guy role. Well, once we got away from that fat guy role, what did Otis start to do? All right, now I got to get myself ready to get to better shape to make myself look presentable. And what I want to emphasize on what Booker was talking about. Booker he wasn't fat shaming Adam Cole, you morons.
Body shaming.
He was talking about one man leaving a company where you work 300 days a year, constantly have to keep your body in shape, to working a lighter schedule where you don't really have to keep your body in shape that much. And guess what? Has Adam Cole been to the gym since? I don't know the man's life. I probably not. Because when you look at him when he was working at days a week taping schedule to what he's doing now, it's two different people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now
I saw something this morning about Mac Jones. Mac Jones dedicated his offseason to leaning up. Exactly. Got a new physique. Because he's got to work at his craft. That's part of your craft. And I've said this a million times. When I played football, when I played in college, I looked the part.
Mm-hmm.
I looked the part. I didn't look like that. I looked the part.
Mac wasn't out here. Mac's out here looking like somebody's uncle at the barbecue. Now look at Mac Jones. I'm just saying, guys, when you're a part of a show, you're a part of being on camera. You want to look a certain way. Now all of a sudden you getting injuries. You wasn't hurt. You wasn't hurt before. Now injuries come lucky to draw. Anybody can get hurt at any given time in this business. I get it. But maybe if you took better care of your body, you won't get hurt that much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Look at guys like we're talking athletes, right? We're talking athletes. Look at the TB12 method.
Yep.
When's the last time Tom Brady was hurt? Let's just ask him. When's the last time he was hurt to the point where I can't go?
I was going to save this one for hot
Torn
takes,
ACL. He had to tear his ACL.
What about Chris Jericho? Didn't he admit that he was overweight and then he comes back from hiatus?
And what did he do?
He got in shape.
Right. Folks, it's not fat shaming. It's just being smart.
People need to grow the fuck up, and I'm tired of this Mary bullshit in this world that somebody gives a critique and, oh, you're offending me. If that was a child, I say, all right, you know what, man? But we're not talking about child. We're talking about grown men here, Eddie Kingston. And when you want to run around saying you're the baddest man from the Bronx, and then you're crying like a bitch because someone said that Adam Cole needs to beef up, I've had it with Eddie Kingston. I've had it with him. Get off my fucking TV. I'm done with Eddie Kingston.
Baddest man from the Bronx. Looks more like the baddest man from the bodega.
Yeah, he's the baddest man around. But don't talk about my friend. Give me a fucking break, Eddie Kingston.
Like you need. Look, some people like Jessica Hoffman just said. She goes, certain roles require you to gain weight, require you to lose weight. Chris Hemsworth had to put on muscle mass to play Thor. Natalie Portman had to bulk up to play to be in that role in the Love and Thunder. She could have just walked in all skinny Natalie Portman.
Look at Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan had to get ripped to play Creed.
And to play
Killmonger.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Adam Cole has to come out here looking like Shawn Michaels in 95. What I'm saying is you get a lot of those comparisons. Now, whether we like it or not, he's always compared to Shawn. One thing about Shawn, though, Shawn always had the physique. He always was in shape. He wasn't out here fat and sloppy. He wasn't flabby. He wasn't pudgy.
Nope. Is Danielson a big man? No.
But does Danielson clearly see that Bryan has muscle mass on him?
Oh, Bryan's in the best shape of his life right now.
Okay. CM Punk, older gentleman. Not a spring chicken, but you can clearly see Punk got some muscle mass on. I'm just saying, you don't need to cut weight down to Darby Allin's side, but you got to put that up, baby. You got to look.
We've all said Darby Allin needs to fucking bulk up.
I said he need to eat he need to put extra spoonful of rice and an extra spoonful.
We said it about Jungle Boy. We said about Guevara. We said these guys have to beef up.
You got to.
Yep.
Go follow them. Whatever Pac is eating, that's what y'all need to be eating.
But anyway, I don't want to take up the whole show. I just had because Eddie Kingston, stop being a fucking Mary.
Yeah, I got something that I want to bring up, but I'm gonna save for hot takes.
Okay.
This is kind of a hot take.
Well, winner take all. ROH World Tag Team Championships. FTR taking on the IWGP Tag Team Champions. United Empire. Versus Romero and Trent. I have to say, I had bad hiccups. Somebody, for some reason, is home. That's me. You talked about this a little bit, Mark. this match was going to turn out to, I thought was going to be really a good match to steal the show. And I just love what FTR has been able to do since coming over to AEW. They have been one of the highlights.
Bro, hands down, best tag team in the world right now.
Yeah.
They
even argue it.
up there. We can't be denied. And
They're on another level right now.
It's like what's next for them? Do they wind up going for another set of titles?
Get 4. There's one still out there.
The Impact titles, the GCW titles,
get the AEW titles.
Mm-hmm.
The AEW titles. Yes,
I think they need to run for those AEW championships. And you talked about Dax getting hurt. We saw immediately he was sitting kneeling down outside the ring talking to the trainer. Camera immediately comes off of him. We already knew he's hurt. Now you and Mike sat in the living room and said, "Oh, he definitely tore his shoulder. His shoulder came out of place." And the way he was hanging that arm, you could tell, oh, definitely was a shoulder. Now when you see him walk out, we were all assuming, damn, I hope it's not like, oh, he's.
Did you say Mike?
Yeah.
He watched it?
Yeah, Mike came over to watch AEW from the door.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah,
did he enjoy it?
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it. Wow.
A little bitching here and there, but
I didn't hear no crazy complaints.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought he enjoyed himself.
But
all right.
He was being Mike, but he watched it. He didn't stay to the end, but he did take into consideration the time, and it was a lot. So,
okay.
But nonetheless, he was there, and they both said, man, like his shoulder got hurt. His arm was hanging. It was like, ooh, not so good. So we all assuming that he was going to be out of this match. And as soon as we saw Cash had to tag somebody else in, we were like, oh, damn, this is going to be bad, man. This match is going to fall apart. Shockingly, it didn't. And it turned when we saw Dax come walking back out. It's one of the best moments that can ever happen in that match. He toughed it out. Man's got balls of steel, man. If anybody's ever dislocated their shoulder before, it's a painful thing. And to instantly just fucking wrap it up, pop it back in place, wrap it up. I gotta go back out there. That takes balls. And to still wrestle and use the arm. It wasn't like he was favoring one arm. He started using the arm. And it was crazy.
And still figured out how to make it so that he took less bumps.
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to win the match.
Absolutely. And I got to give him credit for it. That was amazing. He did a hell of a job. And some people are very upset about FTR winning the titles. Oh, because he got hurt. Why would they win? Well, they were scheduled to win in the first place. If he has no ligament damage and no torn anything, then fine. He'd be fine. It's just
he wrestled last night.
And he'll be okay in a week. It's nothing. It'll be sore. That's about it. Be sore, put some icy hot on it, some CBD cream. You'll be all right. But I understand why putting the titles on them. They want to make them look like the kings of the tag teams across the world. It's not just the kings of the tag teams in this company. So I agree with them. I agree with the finish. I couldn't find anything really wrong with this match. I thought that it would have been a lot better if the injury didn't happen, but it did finish strong. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah. I liked it, man. It was a great match.
I agree. And Trent is really underrated, I think. Trent Beretta.
Mm-hmm.
He is really good wrestler. Really good.
Yes, he is. That's right out here, the good old Long Island. So shout out to Trent, man. He's a really good wrestler. Like I said, I see big things for him at AEW down the road. See him challenging for something fun, having a good time on a singles run. I can see it happen. Shivani backstage does an interview with the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Switchblade Jay White. Now Jay White, he's a simple guy. Nothing too special about Jay, but I do like his swag. I do like the way he looks. He looks like a performer. He looks like a professional wrestler.
Yeah,
that's how the modern day wrestler looks. Jay White.
He's got it.
He has the it factor. So I was so excited to see him wrestle in that beautiful fatal 4-way. We're going to get down to that in a second. AEW Atlantic Championship match. The Bastard Pac taking on the Redeemer. Taking on Malachi Black. Taking on Clark Connors. Let me tell you something.
Clark Connors was impressive.
Clark Connors was impressive. He really was.
The name is boring, but he was impressive.
At first, I thought he had some construction Timbs on for a second. I was like, is this man wrestling construction Timbs? And then I looked again. I was like, oh, that's just boots. But so, when you turn around and you say, wow, Clark Connors, where did this guy come from? Oh, there's a lot of tape. There's a lot of history on these guys, man. But keep in mind, this card was a little bit mismatched, thrown together a little bit because of injuries, and that injury list is wild for AEW. But guys are slowly but surely starting to come back. There's some comments that I want to address later on down the road from Kenny Omega that are really, really eye-opening and got to pay attention to, because when people start talking like this, it's serious. But this match right here, I wish it was a little bit better. I don't know why it didn't hit hard for me. It wasn't nothing really in particular I could pick out. Clark Connors fit in well with these three. I thought it was, and Miro being the big guy in the match, I thought that he played his role really, really well. Now, I feel like Miro could have walked away with this title? Yeah.
This match was okay.
That was my pick to win, but I'm not upset that Pac won at all.
I think it's an about time for Pac.
Yeah, and I hope that we can have a good run. For some reason, he's always missing, He's always hard to find. It's either visa issues or hurt.
This match wasn't bad. There was a lot of good high-flying moments in this match.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it wasn't too crazy for me. I wish I just felt like it was missing something. I don't know what it was, but
I gave it like a 4.3.
Okay. I'll say 3.5. It was solid. It was.
The only reason I say I give it a 4.3 is because I didn't expect all that shit out of Connors.
Okay.
I didn't expect Connors to fight.
I just thought Clark Connors was going to be a rag doll.
Yeah, I did too.
Turned out not to be. He was impressive.
So, which is crazy because a lot of people don't know who he was. It was very funny, and I was sitting there saying, man, this is gonna be wild for us. It's gonna be a treat for a lot of people. But diehard wrestling fans know exactly where the man comes from in New Japan. Moving down the line here, Bullet Club, World Tag Team, AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. And I'm butchering this man's name. El Phantasmo.
El Phantasmo.
Yes, I got it correct. And versus the Dudes with Attitude. Darby Allin and Sting.
Why the fuck are we calling them that?
That was some entrance, I gotta say.
But it was. I was kind of stunned by it. I wasn't expecting that to happen, and it kind of caught me off guard to see this man jump off the top. And look, say what I want about Sting. Yeah, he's old, and I'm tired of seeing him. But damn, that was a cool spot. I gotta give it to him. It was a cool spot.
I'll give it to him. That was a nice.
I wasn't expecting it.
Nice way to enter the fracas.
As much as Chris hates this 64-year-old man jumping off of shit, it was
that actually worked. Yeah, that worked. Listen, I gotta say, the crowd was hot the whole night, and especially when not only the New Japan wrestlers, but the Japanese wrestlers, when they got introduced, they were losing their shit when their music hit, and they knew their music. I
told you, the American crowd loves themselves from New Japan.
Yeah,
wrestling, baby, they love it. We witnessed it firsthand. I was stunned. I was like, I can't believe the American people just love this Japanese wrestlers so much. But I see why they love it. It's a different style.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see every day. And I love that they brought that style with them.
And they got some real performers over there.
Oh, yeah. They got some characters, man.
They do.
Man. And look, let's call this match down a little bit. Darby doing what he's doing. Sting had a couple of moments in this match where it's like, all right, that was a great entrance. Like, damn it, Sting, you really showing
just leave it at the entrance.
Yeah, like, damn it, you're showing your age right now. There was a moment in the match, I think, didn't he forget to there was a spot in the ring he almost forgot. He left standing in the middle of the ring. They got out the ring. They got back in the ring. What the hell's going on, man?
There was a spot that he forgot. He was supposed to fucking get back in the ring and like clothesline somebody, and Like, he went to go get out of the ring, and then got out of the ring, forgot what he was supposed to be doing, and got back in the ring, and then finished the spot. And I'm like, Sting, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, me and Ronnie was like, what the hell was that shit, bro? Was that supposed to happen?
Listen, if we're talking about we could have done without, this was one of the matches.
James, okay. James, we actually didn't do that the other night like we were supposed to.
It's all Andrew's fault.
It was all Andrew's fault. Blame Andrew. When that's going to be your hot take, James. You get to have a hot take for the night because Andrew is the reason we didn't do the taste testing on Sunday.
This match was a lot. The nipple twisting. It was a lot of sexual.
It was a lot of nipple twisting, bro.
Yeah, that was one that could have been cut from the card.
A little uncomfortable. I'm just saying.
A little uncomfortable.
That's uncomfortable, and the fucking the scissor with Daddy Scissor Me. That's starting to creep me out a little.
Yeah, Daddy ass.
And I love the Acclaim, but that part needs to go. Daddy Scissor Me. I don't ever want to hear the word Daddy and Scissor.
And it's crazy because when he first said it, Rodney didn't realize that he said Daddy ass. He thought he just said Daddy. And I was like, no, bro, he said Daddy ass. Go rewind it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
I can't.
But anyway.
I can't. But
what was the next one?
Moving down the line, yeah, Tony Schiavone backstage segment with Uno and the Wizard. The Wizard shows up again. As a man that's
get rid of the Wizard.
He turns around and tells him he's a good competitor. He has a lot of respect for him. Watch out! Here comes a fireball.
I did not hear about that, Jess. Hold on. Jess just said some shit. She says, speaking of the AEW pay-per-view, did you guys read about the two dummies who got arrested during the Moxley match?
No. Didn't read about that.
I did not read about that, Jess. Please elaborate.
Please elaborate. I like to hear about dummies getting arrested. So, when you hear the Wizard is now throwing out fireballs, what do you guys think about the segment? I thought it was completely useless and it serves no purpose.
Fireballs, man.
I agree.
Why?
Dumb, and dumber.
I told Rodney, I made a fucked up joke. I told Rodney he tempored him.
Wrong for that.
What'd you say?
He said he tempored him.
He tempored him.
You're wrong for that. You know that. Right? I didn't laugh, folks. I didn't laugh. I just want to say I didn't laugh.
You're full of shit. You laughed.
What was next?
Thunder Rosa taking on Tony Storm. Surprisingly, only 11 minutes. Mike timed this match out to be 11 minutes, and Thunder Rosa did go over. By the way, she didn't sandbag anybody, and she actually let Tony Storm get some shots in.
That was a good match.
They really had a really good match. Could have been left on Dynamite or Rampage, but it's still a really good match. I was excited.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I just don't know where the match came from.
Yeah, look, come on. We look. If Maria Shafir can get a title match, anybody can get a title match.
All right, I stand correct.
All right, come on now.
All right.
We're going to get down to the IWGP United States Heavyweight title match. I'm going to say this. It's my favorite match of the night. Will Ospreay taking on Orange Cassidy.
Oh, wow.
Favorite match of the night.
So Jessica said, hold on. She said it was on the dirt sheets, and apparently two guys were drunk, and during the Moxley match, they started to fight and got arrested.
Wow. Well, they had a wrestling match.
Can we behave when we go watch live events, people? I mean,
we can't behave. We can't do nothing.
People can't behave. It's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
You always have one group of assholes.
Oh, it's okay. You want to show what daddy? Come. What you want me? You can hang out. Come. Oh, it's okay. Okay. All right, so Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy put on a hell of a match.
Yes, they did.
They put on a clinic.
They did.
They told a story.
Yeah.
This was probably. I thought this match was 5-star. I don't give out 5 stars for nothing. I honestly thought this was a 5-star match. And you know me with Orange Cassidy, I think the whole gimmick is a little overplayed now. And
when he actually wrestles,
he wrestled.
Yeah,
that was one of the
wrestler.
That was one of the matches I really couldn't call because like they just kept like tapping out. I'm like, who's winning this match?
And Ospreay is good.
So it was good, man. It was. Yeah, Ospreay's got it, bro.
Yeah, he's good.
He's got the physique. He's got the look. His gear
he got it all.
Was phenomenal. I loved his gear. Ospreay's gear was great. And yeah, Cassidy's good. I'm a little pissed last night though that they, and this is a spot we'll cover on Hot Takes, but I'm pissed that they changed Cassidy's theme song.
He changed it. That's his old theme song.
I don't like. I like the other one. I thought the other one.
Oh, listen, I like the other one too, but that's apparently his original theme song, and they got the copyright for it. They bought the right to use it, so he went back to his old one. You would never think that they would play Jefferson's Airplane go into the ring, but he does.
Yeah. Look, I personally, I was digging this. I was all over it. I thought it was perfect. They hit so many cool moves in this match where you're like, man, that was damn near flawless. And Will's a stud when it comes to being in-ring talent, former world.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Orange Cassidy, kudos to you, brother. You went there with a former world champion and current United States world champion and did your thing, brother. You did your thing. As much as you didn't pick up the win, but you did your thing. Okay, so I'm cool with it, man. I thought it was a 5-star match.
As good as that was, it was as bad last night.
And
Orange Cassidy going over Ethan Page with his nonsense with the hands like that's the shit. It's getting old.
Yeah,
but we get into that later. But yeah, like you said, when he actually wrestles, he can put on 5-star matches. The shtick, gotta tone it down a little bit. It's getting a little. It's too much.
Oh yeah. Next, we had Zack Sabre Jr., who I can't stand, taking on a mystery member. And who would like to tell us who that mystery member was? Who was the mystery member?
That would be the artist formerly known as Cesaro.
Oh, the artist formerly known as. You know who Cesaro is? No, she has no clue.
What's his name? Well, Claudio Ravioli?
No, get it right. Claudio, the only Swiss man I know with the name Claudio.
Claudio Cannoli?
Claudio Castagnoli.
The only Swiss person I know with an Italian last name.
It's wild, isn't it? And he is now also a member of the Blackpool Combat Club. So Daniel Bryan a couple weeks ago came out and said, "Listen, I can't go, but I got somebody for you, Zack Sabre Jr. I got somebody that I know going to live up to the hype and is going to show everybody what's what." I want to take it. And all of a sudden, that man's music hit and the crowd went buck wild. It was rumored for a while. We kind of all knew it was going to happen. A lot of people speculated that it was going to be Johnny Gargano, but Gargano, as smooth as he is, put up a picture of him on a plane.
Troy, I did no such thing.
To Orlando, leaving Chicago. He was in Chicago for a signing. That's all he was there for. Want some more?
She don't like me to begin with, Troy. She grills me every time I go over the house.
Give her some.
She hasn't warmed up to me yet.
Yeah,
we're getting there though. We're making progress.
You want to hold that his bottle? Want to hold that his bottle? Want to hold it? You can hold it. Here, just come. Sorry, guys. Yeah, let her hold it. Let her hold it. There you go. Happy kid, happy life, folks. Happy kid, happy life. Now, who you guys were you guys surprised by any chance?
I'm sorry, what were we talking? I lost my shit.
As
Okay.
you call him, Claudio Cannoli. So disrespectful.
Castagnoli.
I love that man.
Castagnoli. Don't be disrespectful.
But yeah, a little bit. But we kind of called it, bro. We literally called it. We were sitting, prior to the show, anticipating who was going to be. We were throwing some names out there. Me, Roddy, and Mike. We were saying it's either going to be Claudio or it's going to be Johnny Gargano, maybe. And I think there was one other name we threw out there. I can't remember.
The only other name I was thinking was who was it? I said who was recently released. That's what I kept telling you. I've been telling everybody who's recently released. Who was recently released? And I can't go downstairs right now, Mom.
Yeah, Bray was a thought.
No, I knew it wasn't going to be Bray Wyatt.
But then
He
we
doesn't
had a
fit
little.
into that.
Yeah. I don't
Didn't
know
surprise
what's
me.
going on with Bray.
So it was perfect.
But
Claudio joining the Blackpool Combat Club.
hell yeah, man, that was great. When I saw the minute he came out and I saw that Blackpool Combat logo on his chest, I was like, oh, this is
He
phenomenal.
fits perfectly, and again, all the WWE shills.
They could have did a little bit better with
Was
his
Tony
gear.
Khan not supposed to sign him?
They could have gave him a little bit better gear, but
That's his gear. He likes that.
But other than that, I thought it was good.
But is Tony Khan not supposed to sign a talent like that? Is he supposed to say, no, we're good, we don't need Claudio or Cesaro, we don't need him?
I
mean,
that awkward ass hug that Tony Khan gave him. Right?
I didn't even see that. I'm just saying in general, like, the WWE fanboys. Oh, it's all. Listen, tell Vince to stop cutting his talent, and then they wouldn't go to AEW. It's simple.
He hugged that man like a father that went to the store to get milk 7 years ago and finally decided to come back.
But I mean, he's a machine. The dude he's a machine.
Yeah, that guy is. Oh. He's got the speed.
Machine.
He's got the speed. He's got the physique. He did put on a little chub though, if you will, but he's nothing crazy. He's still got the muscle tone.
He could put on what?
He got a little chub.
Dude,
but,
he's ripped.
What
were you watching, Mark?
He's not ripped. Fully ripped. Me and Ronnie were literally talking about this. He's got muscle tone, definitely.
He's got muscle tone. That's an understatement. The man is ripped.
He is not as ripped as he was.
He's not as ripped as he was.
I don't know what it is. When you leave,
he's bigger.
You just all of a sudden.
But he'll get there.
Start to slowly blow up.
No, he's bigger.
Oh yeah. Shoulder wise and broader. Yeah,
he's bigger, but he's got muscle tone.
Oh no, he definitely has.
He's built like a brick shithouse.
He didn't lose no muscle. That's one.
I love how he kept the spin. I love how he kept.
That I want to address about this is I don't mind bringing in a guy like Cesaro. I think that's a perfect place to put him. He's working. I'm not opposed to people working. I don't know why everybody's so bent out of shape. Oh, I know the report said that he was going to re-sign with WWE. Yeah, but guess what, guys? Reports are most likely always wrong. Okay, that's a report according to who? The word according to I don't know. I can't give nobody a journalism lesson in here. What I'm trying to tell y'all is don't believe everything you read on it.
Yeah, there you go. Troy said it best. Troy said he's a technical powerhouse.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's a technical powerhouse, and he's everything you want in a wrestler. Everything.
Brooklyn said, "What's up, guys? Is this and Run's hot takes?"
The guy can be a champ.
What was that?
Runjan said, "Is this and Run's hot takes?"
Run's hot take.
No, it's coming up next, Runjan, at 7:00. We're gonna go right into it.
Now, we got the Fatal 4-Way coming up to talk about IWGP World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The Switchblade Jay White, Adam Cole, Hangman Adam Page, and the Rainmaker.
What a fucking match, bro!
Going at it.
Oh my god, what a match!
Fun match.
Yep.
Fun match, awkward ending.
Very awkward ending.
Rumor has it Adam Cole got hurt, which formed this little bit of an awkward ending. And it was kind of weird because it was like, wow, it ended like that?
Yeah, Adam Cole, I think, I don't know if he dislocated his shoulder as well, or...
Well, I didn't hear any reports or anything else about furthering his injury. I don't know if he hurt the injury he was already nursing. You know, sometimes that can happen. You could tweak something, you can land the wrong way. So, you know.
Which match was the one where the top part of the rope popped off? Wasn't there a match that, or my bucket? Was that Raw?
Jesus.
No,
I remember rope popping off.
So much wrestling, bro. I'm forgetting what the fuck was what that I saw. There was a match where part of the ring broke. I'm not bugging.
Oh, they said it was. He said the Rainmaker rattles his brains. He had a concussion. Lord had mercy. We heard you the first time, Mike. You'll have to see it 4 times. I thought you don't watch AEW. Now the second part.
What did he say?
He told us he had a concussion like 4 times. Now I'm sorry, I'm not harping on wrestling and newsletters and articles like everybody else is. Not enough time in the day. Now the biggest thing is with this. Where do we go? Where do you go from here as far as the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship? How do you want to build if you want to do it crossways and kind of cross-branded again?
Who won that match again?
So who won that match again? Oh my God!
Bad, bro.
Jay White won the match, man.
Oh, Jay White. Jay White.
So where do we go from here?
I think you got to go away from it now. Let them figure it out in New Japan, and then bring it. Listen, if you're gonna do it once a year, which you did, I just keep doing it. I wouldn't, and I do enjoy the New Japan wrestlers showing up periodically on Dynamite. That started a while ago. I like that. It gives you some fresh blood, fresh talent, shows up on a Wednesday. I like that. You can keep doing that, but stick with your one pay-per-view a year. Figure that out in Japan. You're going to send guys over there. I'm assuming there was an agreement where you're going to send your stars over there to compete. So, you see what happens with that. But
wait, Khan really said that? Christopher Brown said, Rodney, I'm not sure if you heard, but Khan came out after last night and said he tried getting Detroit a pay-per-view of its own.
Listen,
Tony, what the fuck are we going to call it? 8 Mile?
Yeah.
Detroit was a hot crowd last night. They really were. Detroit. That was a hot crowd. When the Blackpool Combat Club got introduced, that place was going nuts. Absolutely nuts.
You would go. They were in Blackpool.
Yeah, when Moxley was coming out, it was fucking. That place was going crazy.
And joining the show, because his show starts in literally 3 minutes. Andrew Kratzer, how you doing, Andrew?
I was just joining this for the hot takes, just so I could be in the studio, so you just don't have to leave the studio. But continue.
No,
you could just.
That's the whole point of it.
I was just joining this before the hot takes.
I'll just mute you. I'll just mute you. There you go. Anyway, so we can watch Andrew's expressions on the screen or not. The whole point to doing these shows over where they are was to have AEW do them in unique places. I thought they would, at the beginning, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of their shows were held in some unique cities, some places that you really didn't see a big wrestling show like that held most of the time. They were hitting on some really niche areas, and you wasn't seeing them constantly in the same place after place after big city after big city. They were going some places, somewhere in Raleigh, North Carolina, somewhere. So, somewhere in Tacoma, Washington, they were bouncing around and going to different from place to place. So it was really cool to see. Tony trying to bring a show and pay-per-view over to Detroit. I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? The Motor City Blast? What do you call it? Hog Wild? What do you call it? Like, I don't know. Mark said it best. I think you call it 8 Mile. Just call it 8 Mile.
313.
The 313. That's what you gonna call it?
Fuck free world. 313.
Like the free world. Like I don't know what you want to call it. So
AEW the free world. Oh
AEW
shit.
the free world. Unbelievable. Well, moving down the line, as you know, AEW Interim Championship, Blackpool Combat Club's a member and soon to be interim champ, Jon Moxley taking on Tanahashi, which I have to say, watching this match up into 11:50 was pretty good. And those gentlemen turned it on. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. I don't care who don't like it. Jon Moxley is the best thing that ever happened to AEW. That's my hot take, leading into hot take. He's the best thing that ever happened to them. Now,
I agree. Totally agree.
Do I think that it was necessary for him to literally blade for a sling blade? No, I don't think that was necessary at all. But he did it. Got a lot of color. It added to the match. Tanahashi was covered in blood. And it wasn't even his own. So I have to give him credit here. I have to give him credit. It was exciting to watch, exciting to see him all the time. He's always fun to watch. But man, the man shows up, and every time he shows up, good things do happen. Also joining the studio to hopefully not look off camera is Michael Steinberg. Michael Steinberg, I repeat, Michael Steinberg's in the building.
And you like my name?
Was long but great. Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it, Mike. You know it was worth it.
Yeah, like we said that night, he could have trimmed a little bit off the ending, but it was great.
He said something positive about AEW. Put it on the record right now. Put it on the record.
It happens once every couple of months.
I'm shocked.
Put it on the record right now. He said something positive about AEW. Put it on the record right now, Andrew. Andrew wrote it down. You took note. I need you to take time and date. Andrew's playing. He's playing PlayStation. I can't. Man got to host the show right now. But nonetheless.
Thursday, June 30th, 7 o'clock.
Great match by both of those gentlemen. And we have a new interim champion, folks. Now, as much as I think it's stupid to have an interim champion, Jon Moxley is the best thing to happen to this company. And we can there's no doubt about it. Because really, if you're really thinking about it, who gets the loudest pop, who draws the most, who really...
But Rodney, did they really have to manipulate the rankings to get this? They could have done this without manipulating rankings.
No, I don't even look at the rankings no more because they don't look at them. So I don't have the time to look at them because they don't look at them. Like you telling me Maria Shafir deserved the damn world championship? That ruined everything about your rankings. From that day forward, I stopped looking at your rankings. Maria Shafir got a title match. She just got here. She had 2 matches and she got a title. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. There's nothing you can tell me. It don't even matter. Your rankings don't mean nothing. And I say Moxley was the right choice because you want to put a safe bet and know that you got somebody that can ride the wave until Punk gets back. So I'm not care about it.
But Rodney, like I said in a comment before, my thing that I'm pissed about is you let AEW win a New Japan belt, but New Japan didn't win any AEW belt. Did they not learn from the partnership between Impact and them that you got to let both sides?
Yeah, you got to blend it. You got to blend it a little bit. But what I did like, to your point, about that particular title that AEW holds, these gentlemen can bounce. And they like bouncing. It's not one of those people that's AEW centric that won a New Japan title now. Are we ever going to see them in New Japan?
Here's what's crazy. Here's what something that we all said Sunday. We are surprised that they actually wore the AAA titles down to the ring. Mm-hmm. Even though AAA said no AAA involvement, we were surprised that they were allowed to wear those belts down the ring.
Money talks.
If money talks, and you would have had some people who were supposed to, but contracted. Like, you would have had Andrade wrestling if money really talked.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna turn around and say simply, these partnerships and deals. I would love to be a fly on the wall when in the negotiating table. Like in the book, it's who goes over, who doesn't go over. You know, some wrestlers want to look strong, and especially over there, they pride their image a lot in New Japan. That means something to them. Wins and losses mean something. You know, it's how you're being portrayed on television that means something to them. So you really don't want to look bad. But I don't think any of the New Japan guys look bad.
No, they all look good.
They
They all came out strong.
even if you lost, you all look good.
And Moxley will go over there.
And that's another thing. He's another gentleman that will take the trip. He doesn't mind. And money does talk. Mike is right. Money does talk.
What I did think was a mistake was last night when they introduced Moxley, they did not say the new AEW champion. They just said John Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd went nuts, but he's coming out with the belt. He just won it, and you're not making reference to it on his introduction.
Especially when WWE likes to make everybody know, hey, it's the new champion. Like 2020.
The commentators mentioned it, but the ring announcer.
Oh my gosh! But
Justin Roberts.
can we all agree that JR needs to? I know they said that. Well, no. But did you heard what they're doing with him? They're going to only bring him out for special occasions, matches on Dynamite.
Oh, kind of sort of what WWE did to him towards the end.
Yes, but first of all, they all called Ruby Soho Ruby Riot.
Well, that was Taz.
They called Claudio Cesaro.
I think I heard somebody say they called John Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
No, they never said Dean Ambrose.
At one time, probably not last night, but they have before.
And
JR has said WWE Dynamite. He's called it the WWE title.
Sometimes you slip up, and I know how hard that job is. But damn, man, people are human. They do make mistakes. But you know, you try to make the product flawless. And look, man, sometimes some people show their age. You know, it's hard to remember a lot of things when you got to talk a lot.
That man is getting old.
He's getting up there. He ain't young. He old. I'm not saying JR needs to retire. I'm just saying maybe get him out the booth for a little while. JR can do some special interviews, you know, maybe help with talent relations a little bit, you know, help guys get in the right places. You know, like, I don't mind JR doing some cool exclusive interviews for AEW to really help sell things or help build up matches. I think that'll be great for him. It's a more controlled structure. It's pre-taped. Yeah, I think that'll be cool for him to do. And yeah, bring him out for that 1 or 2 matches on a big paper on your 4 pay-per-views. Bring him out for the main event. That'll be something that they can structure around. I think that'll be fun. It'll be fun. Kevin Kelly in the booth also this past weekend. Not bad at all, man. I miss hearing Kevin Kelly on a regular.
They were good on Sunday. I thought the rotating commentators. I thought it worked.
Oh, they actually rotated the commentators?
Yes, they did.
Oh my God, he speaks.
He's alive.
Kevin was out there for a little bit, then they switched out to Giovanni, and then Giovanni switched out to JR came out. So it was really cool. They rotated very, very well, and I really thoroughly enjoy listening to the booth. Like I said, mistakes are gonna be made. People are human. People do show their age when they're in the booth, and sometimes you gotta know when to let it go. So maybe this is time for JR to take that next step in his life and say, hey, maybe I should dial it back from going in the booth.
Move on, man. Do some interviews and shit.
He said do some interviews. And
Maybe
shit.
he can interview
The
Luchasaurus.
By the way, Drew, would you
Luchasaurus,
like
and
to say
Luchasaurus can then shock him.
You what?
Oh, Luchasaurus, that's right.
Drew, would you like to say anything? We're about
The new
6
king.
minutes into your show.
Luchasaurus, I thought
I didn't even get to introduce my show yet.
Well, how
I
about
like that move.
I got some business to attend to real quick. So how about this? Introduce your show. How about you want me to play your intro for you?
Play the intro.
That's it too. Yeah.
I'll play your intro for you. All right, here you go.
Welcome to BTB Hot Takes with Andrew Kratzer. Now here's your host, Andrew Kratzer.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. I'm your host, Andrew Kratzer, alongside a bunch of co-hosts today. Michael Iceberg Steinberg, Chris Parlis, Mark L. Ray, and we'll be back soon, Rod Binks.
Hey, my name is Cassidy, and Osprey was long but great.
Was not.
What do you mean by that?
What?
What do you mean?
remember we were saying at the end of that match that they could have trimmed a little bit out at the very end, that there were a lot of false finishes at the end.
Yeah, that's my rough.
So as you guys were talking about Forbidden Door and stuff, so they actually rotated announcers but didn't have any fucking New Japan refs there?
They didn't have any. Yeah, did they?
New Japan who?
Refs,
Referees.
No, just the announcer.
All right, is that big a deal?
But I kind of was hoping to maybe see Red Shoes ref.
They had a New Japan ref.
For which match?
Was it Red Shoes?
I don't remember which match, but they had a New Japan ref because I remember looking at the logo on his chest, and it wasn't the AEW logo; it was a New Japan logo.
Okay, because I was hoping to see Red Shoes there.
You know what? I'm sure Google and Wiki will probably have it. Let me see.
Yeah, they had like one New Japan ref, I think.
But I have a question with the turnbuckles. Did they have it the way of New Japan's turnbuckle, or was it just the normal turnbuckles?
I think it was just a normal.
It was normal turnbuckle. You didn't watch it?
No, I was watching.
He was
working, and I was watching also the Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup against Tampa Bay.
Are you a Colorado Avalanche fan?
No, I'm an Islander fan.
You're an Islander fan.
Was hoping to see.
You should have just stopped that I was working.
There is no refs listed on Wikipedia.
Okay, you should have stopped it as I was working and I couldn't attend.
But I Stanley Cup playoffs are on. I fucking love hockey. Hockey's my favorite sport. Can't ever not watch the Stanley Cup, no matter what team.
As soon as the Rangers were done, hockey season was over.
Hockey season's over. It was over.
Well, as soon as the Rangers were done, hockey season was over. There was no need to watch anymore. But anyway, just busting your balls.
But I think, if anything, the next crossover event should happen in Japan, not here. Like, if they're ever doing a Forbidden Door 2, it needs to be in Japan somewhere. It doesn't even have to be at the Tokyo Dome. It could be in Osaka Hall. It could be some, in a sense, where now AEW superstars are going to have to deal with the ring style of New Japan. But, okay. But what else happened at Forbidden Door? Or you guys are talking about JR, right? I think JR should.
We really was wrapping it up.
Yeah,
we wrapping up Forbidden Door. Okay. We were getting into blood and guts.
Oh, that match that confused the fuck out of me?
Why were you confused?
Because I thought in the original War Games match, you leave the cage, you quit the match for your team.
Yeah, but they're trying to be different.
Hey.
It's a different spin.
Because once I saw
isn't the match also only submissions? Like, you have to give up. It's not like a pinfall. So
yeah, that's how they do it differently.
Like I said, it's different.
It's different, baby.
All I gotta say is
Lord Humongous.
Sammy Guevara, Ultimate Spot Monkey, in that match. People in the scorecard group were like, "Is that a table with a crash pad?" I was like, "Probably both." But
yeah, I'm not a fan of getting thrown off the top.
Me either.
I just think something bad's gonna happen one day. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, somebody's gonna miss something.
Learn from Mick Foley.
Well, something bad already happened, and we still.
Well, yeah, but that lunatic continued the match. So some people would say that something bad didn't. But I don't really like when they're up on top. I'm like, someone's gonna fall off.
My first ever pay-per-view I was allowed to watch. was that? Can you
My
believe
man's the tooth came out of his nose.
Oh, boy.
But so Blood and Guts, Blood and Guts got 1.02 million viewers. Finally broke
Wheeler
a million.
Yuta was a machine in that match.
Andrew, like I
know
said in scorecard, special events always normally get over the million. They can't consistently stay there, which is why they get desperate and do so many specials.
Mm-hmm.
But also,
Or is it giving the fans? Is it giving their fans what they want? Is it desperate or giving their fans what they want?
It's desperation because he keeps falling under the million.
But what does that have to do with him giving the fans what they want?
They do that to get the viewers. That's the only way to get them.
Plus, I think it was a coming back home show from a pay-per-view, from a big pay-per-view that even bigger than Double or Nothing or All Out or no, yeah, All Out or Revolution or wait, do they still have Fyter Fest?
Not that I know of.
Fyter Fest is in the summer.
Fyter Fest, I believe, is a super show. I don't believe it's a pay-per-view.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Sammy Guevara table spot was supposedly a homage to Mick and Taker since next year is the 25th anniversary of that spot.
Yes, but we don't need it.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, way too dangerous. And that table looked like it had way less padding on it than the one that Jericho went through.
No, the one that one was a lot cleaner drop than the Jericho one because the Jericho one was just a bunch of painted cardboard
boxes. Yeah.
And Jericho got hurt on that spot. Remember, he dislocated his elbow.
Yeah, he did. But his dumb ass shouldn't have fucking jumped off the top of that anyway. So I got a hot take, boys. So,
go ahead.
What is going on with Samoa Joe?
I don't know.
Where the fuck has Samoa Joe been?
He's getting ready. He's getting ready for that Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
But why? Okay, so you're going to tell me he has not defended that fucking title this whole time just so he could defend it at one pay-per-view and then probably lose it?
Probably.
To Jay Lethal.
Fuck Jay Lethal. I always have to say that, sorry.
But that's what's pissing me off. Why does he have that belt still if he's not doing anything? We haven't seen Samoa Joe in weeks.
He should have defended the title at Forbidden Door and took one of the matches off.
Title to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
Well, keep that same energy for Roman Reigns then.
Valid.
Now I'm keeping
if you're going to bash him for not being on, then bash Roman Reigns for not.
I want Roman to be there all the time. That's
I know. But he's not.
I blame.
I just realized what Rodney put on the bottom.
Where in the world is Joe?
I blame Vince in giving him his lighter schedule.
No, but Andrew, that happened after. See, they said when they agreed to give him both titles that he was supposed to be on both shows. That's the reason why, just so he could be on both shows. But now they're trying to get the belts off of him because he ended up doing a lighter schedule after that.
They gave him both titles, Andrew, and then he re-upped his contract and
for a lighter
schedule. Put in more time off in his new contract. Mm-hmm. So it was after the fact.
So coming SummerSlam, he's definitely losing those belts.
Yeah.
He's losing at least one of them, possibly, if not both, to the Money in the Bank cash.
Now that they're unified, he has to technically defend both.
But they're not calling them unified.
They're calling them the undisputed. It's called the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. So it's WWE and the.
But isn't it called the undisputed Universal WWE Champion?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're cashing in, you're going to win both championships.
Pretty much it.
And then also, I think if the Money in the Bank briefcase holder wants to cash in on one title, they could just say, "This is for this championship," splitting the championship, so then he can lose one championship at SummerSlam and then lose the other one to Drew McIntyre at Clash at the
all
Castle.
Depends on how that contract in the briefcase, that's not really in the briefcase, is written.
But
true.
Honestly, I mean, after being at WrestleMania in Dallas, and then all of a sudden seeing this reign of Roman Reigns, it just pisses me off in the way that, like, it's like the Brock Lesnar situation. We see him maybe one pay-per-view at a time, not seeing him on TV, but I understand he just defended his championship against Riddle last week. But I need more.
Again, you don't blame the guy
I blame
for taking
Vince.
the contract. You got to put the blame on the people giving him the contract. And when you put all your eggs in one basket,
Oh yeah.
Is it a surprise to anybody that Roman Reigns is going to be? Is it a surprise that Roman Reigns is going to be branching out and doing other things besides wrestling?
Yes.
That comes as no surprise.
Yeah. He's not.
Christian
Logan
Brad
Paul's
said-
not in that match.
But WWE has signed Logan Paul, which is a good thing in a way.
Is it really? You let go of all that talent and you're bringing in fucking Logan Paul, and you want to tell me it's a good thing?
If you looked at the ESPN ticker today, WWE was on that ticker. AEW was never on that ticker.
What is that? For Andrew, it has nothing to do with AEW. Stop it. And ESPN always has WWE guys on there. They have a relationship.
But you never
Stop it. You really think that's Andrew? You really think that's big news in the wrestling world?
Andrew, you're doing this. You're doing this.
I'm not reaching?
Yeah, you are.
You are reaching. Andrew, you really think that's big news in the wrestling world? Honestly.
He did. He had a great showing at Mania.
You really think that's – to stop with the hyperbole, you really think that's a big move in the wrestling world?
He is a big name celebrity. He's a big name celebrity out in the world.
He's a big name celebrity.
Fucking douchebag.
He's a fucking C-list celebrity at best. Are you shitting me?
He has one of the greatest podcasts out there.
He's got a great podcast.
Do you watch it?
I listen to it.
Wow. Somebody loves him some Jake Paul.
I hate Jake Paul. Fuck Jake Paul.
Logan Paul. Whatever the fuck it is. You really think that moves the needle? Wait. With all the talent that WWE's gotten rid of, this is the big signing that you've been waiting for?
It's a big signing. It's a good signing.
Based on what?
It's not a big signing.
You know what? That's it.
Them re-signing Bray Wyatt would be a big sign.
I would like to jump in here.
Please do, Rodney.
Given the history of this company, why does this surprise any of you?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all.
And this is a good WWE thing because this is the WWE thing to do. This is what they do. They sign guys. Now it's not movie stars no more. It's now TikTok sensations and YouTube sensations.
TikTok stuff.
So look, Logan Paul and Andrew, we were there. We were there live. We saw the man work. The man worked. I can't. The man did his job. Now signing him, I don't know what the contract states. Maybe this is just a contract for a couple of appearances. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be his first singles match is gonna be against The Miz at SummerSlam.
Of course.
Oh, fantastic! Great.
And then
here's what's funny. Here's what's funny. This whole we could be making such a big deal about this. Meanwhile, it literally could just be for that one match. You have to sign a contract to do that match. It literally could just be for one match.
Listen, I put no stock into it. I put zero stock into it. I didn't think that was the big signing of the summer. I just shook my head. Doesn't surprise me.
But
Ronnie's typing something up.
It also could be if he does a couple matches here and there, remember when WWE signed Rob Gronkowski? That was a huge signing in a way because we knew he was retiring from football,
and that was a dumpster fire.
And then he went back to playing football. Now he's retired. Now maybe they could shift his way back. No, stop.
Oh, that would be fantastic. So let's get Gronkowski to fill up the roster.
Oh my God!
A fucking broken down.
Rodney, put up Christopher Brown's last comment.
A broken down NFL player. That's going to help.
He said it's a multi-year deal to appear at multiple premium live events, Rodney.
So just like Mike said, only expanded.
If he puts the work in, he fucking does his job and he actually does it well, then it'll be a big slap in the face to everybody that.
I like playing devil's advocate, Andrew, and I saw the kid work. I was there with you. I'm not gonna die.
Me too.
I'll say this:
play devil's advocate on the other side. Why so you signed this kid to a multi-year deal to do live appearances? No, it's all great. But does just because a kid has a toy belt when he's a child doesn't mean he has a passion to do this business, and that's where they lose me. I want somebody. If you're gonna go out and get somebody, go get somebody that has a passion to do this. I wouldn't mind bringing back a Stephen Amell, who's actually shout out to Stephen Amell, filming season 2 of Heels. Great damn show, by the way. Y'all need to check it out when it hits back on. But we ain't quick out. Shout out to my boy Stephen Amell. But the whole point is, I'd rather you go out there and get a Stephen Amell who who obviously has some love for this business, who's willing to try. Even David Arquette, not for nothing. David Arquette might have played in a movie, but at least you can tell he has some love for this business. As old and decrepit as he may be in that death match, well, he got destroyed in the death match. But yeah, he has some love for the business.
Listen, yeah, if you're bringing back John Cena once a year for his big, your big pay-per-view, fine. He's John Cena. If that's going to be Roman Reigns going forward, he's fucking Roman Reigns. All right? He's not fucking Logan Paul. So if you're bringing this guy in to do special pay-per-views, what is special about him that qualifies him to do the pay-per-views when you don't do dog shit with your own talent?
I don't
just wonder.
Until he shows up and does the work, I want to see where this leads us, though.
But do you like wrestling or do you like celebrities in the ring? I just got to ask. Because all this fucking Bad Bunny shit. Do you like wrestlers or do you like celebrities? I'm asking an honest question, Andrew, because you're a wrestling guy.
I like wrestling.
You're blowing my mind. You're the New Japan guy.
Is willing to come into the business and do the work, then I'm fucking happy about that.
But there's a difference. There's also a difference between him and Pat McAfee. McAfee works for the company. So if you want to throw Pat McAfee in a couple of matches, fine. He's already there doing the work with the commentary stuff. This is a guy who just is going to show up, do a match, leave for 6 months, do a match, leave for 6 months, do a match.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the cachet to do that. The cachet comes with a Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
Ronda Rousey. They have the cachet.
Right. They built the stock to do it.
Yes. This guy is a pimple on fucking life's ass, and he's going to get these opportunities that other people should be getting. You should be building superstars. Build your own. Stop with the bullshit.
I think they're not. They have the superstars that are NXT, but they're too afraid to bring them up right now.
True.
Because they're afraid that they're gonna get the Ciampa treatment. Right now, literally, Ciampa is sitting on Raw taking L's after L's after L's when he should be winning a championship by now. He should be the Intercontinental
talent now.
He should be the Intercontinental Champion. He should be United States Champion. But I feel like NXT 2.0, these superstars are afraid to go back up. Are afraid to go up. Look at Apollo Crews. He went down to NXT like a Dolph Ziggler did. He's trying to get his ways.
He's a different Apollo Crews.
I love this little ticker thing.
Little ticker at the bottom. Oh, my gosh.
But also now that Triple H is back in charge of NXT, you might get a whole different glimpse of this NXT. You might actually get wrestlers that are protected.
We don't know because technically Vince is still in charge of creative.
But with everything on top of him right now, who knows if he does one bad creative decision, he might get kicked to that shit.
Oh my gosh. Guarantee he put something in that he can't. You know that.
Until the board of directors find a bad reasoning.
Rodney's at it again. I can see it.
He's got a bunch of shit going on.
Oh, fuck.
He's got Samoa Joe in the corner.
We got Rodney cooking shit up. Christopher Brown said they're rational to bring Logan Paul and Chris is for the casual fans. No other reason. I will piss myself fucking laughing when he blows an ACL trying to do a spot he is not fucking trained to take.
And doesn't WWE have enough casual fans? They need more. We got to bring in more. Let's bring in Logan Paul.
See, this is a move. I hate to say it, this is a move AEW should do to get the casual fans in.
Mike, we don't know.
We don't know. But yes, James, one bad decision. He's already made 1,000 in the past 2 months.
Who, Vince?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
But you guys want to wrap up Blood and Guts?
I think that ship has sailed. Andrew, that was a half an hour ago.
We threw it way off of Blood and Guts.
The guts are out already. They're all over the floor.
Once you drop Logan Paul, we had to steer away.
So Monday Night Raw.
Wonder what this one's gonna be.
So Monday Night Raw was the 20-year anniversary of John Cena. The 20 years of Cena.
And Mitch doesn't understand how many times we have to tell him the reason why they did it on Raw is because of that. He's like, why couldn't they do it on Wednesday? I mean, on Friday. Why couldn't they do it in Boston?
Yeah, that I was like kind of like confused as fuck.
Yes, Roddy, the guts are out. They're all already on the floor.
But Monday Night Raw was the 20 years of John Cena anniversary. Gotta say, kind of gave me a tear in my eye seeing all his little career stuff that he's done. The Make-A-Wish, the tribute to the troops, and all of his stuff in WWE. Him doing his little speech. I know that was in the middle of the episode, but I was expecting Austin Theory to actually attack him after he left the ring, but that didn't happen. But apparently they had a little segment in the back with Austin and him. He's like, you're 45 years old and you're still wearing jorts. But 20 years of jorts was awesome. Oh, Christopher Brown says, Michael, here, Exine Quinn is the next NXT call-up to the main roster sometime in the night. Oh, I hate you.
What a tear to my eye.
With a tear in his eye.
Because Ronnie knows the story. We were on Fortnite on Monday, and I believe, was it Kenny? Was Kenny on with us? Rodney? And I brought up the story. John Cena is the main reason why I'm into WWE. I've been into wrestling for 20 years. Started watching that SmackDown the day he debuted. And when he slapped Kurt Angle, I said, I fucking like this guy. Didn't say it, fuck him, because I didn't know curse words back when I was 8 years old. Sure. But
sure. I heard that. He's trying to be casual. Sure.
Rodney, you're just throwing shit on the fire.
20 years of jorts.
I'll say this.
I'm only putting out quotes. I'm highlighting what you're saying. I'm highlighting. That's it.
I'll say this. I was very surprised that Big Show, and they said it as Big Show.
The Big
Daniel
Show.
Bryan and Chris Jericho were on there, but according to what I read, they contacted AEW, and I'm sorry, there's no way AEW was going to say no. Number one, it's publicity for them. Number two, they probably said we'll do it anyway because we're friends with Cena. So, but I laugh at the one meme I saw, a couple memes I saw. One that said, I don't know who this Daniel Bryan is, but he sure looks like Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
And then there was another one of Vince on the phone saying, Tony, how much to have them appear on Raw? And Tony replies with, just pay me in awkward hugs.
Oh yeah, speaking of those awkward hugs, I was listening.
Sounds like Vince jumping off the ring last week.
Imagine
there are pictures of him with the Cesaro hug. I'm still saying Cesaro. I don't care. And they have him like in the rain. They have him doing it from Back to the Future at the Enchantment of the Sea dance. It's just hilarious. Actually, one of the best memes I saw with Vince, that Vince one was him giving the curb stomp to Randy Orton.
Also saw one right after Blood and Guts was made of Eddie Kingston throwing Vince off the top of the cage.
Nah, my favorite was Vince doing the Kid and Play with Kid from House Party. That was hilarious. The memes.
The dance?
The dance. He was doing the dance. He was tapping the feet with Kid on. It was amazing.
But, I'm surprised, I know it's AEW and stuff, but I'm, surprised that nobody really, that was friends with Cena on, in AEW did anything, a tribute towards him in a way. Did, the five knuckle shuffle with somebody. But, so, at the beginning of the night was the...
Well, he didn't die. I mean...
I know,
why would they do a tribute to him if he's alive?
I know, but, in a way, because it's 20 years of Cena being in the business, be his friends that are if his friends in AEW, see, Chris Jericho pull out, do, a five-knuckle shuffle or something in a way during Forbidden Door or something.
Why would you go balls deep on somebody that doesn't work for that company just because he's been working for 20 years? He's not dead.
Still, you see people do. I wanted a five-knuckle shuffle. I wanted a five-knuckle shuffle.
I'll never not tear up when I see wrestlers granting these Make-A-Wish requests.
But speaking of the hug, before I go into Monday Night Raw and deep, Tommy Dreamer said if we're all making fun of Tony Khan hugging people, we should kind of be ashamed of ourselves because we're kind of cyberbullying. But I said, stop it, Tommy.
Wait. So
you said the
shut up, Tommy Dreamer.
Chris, that was the actual meme. Yo, forget Elias and Ezekiel. The Daniel Bryan guy looks like Bryan Danielson.
So now Tommy Dreamer became a snowflake?
Oh no, he got to cover his ass because of his comments he made on Dark Side of the Ring. He got.
Oh, that's right. Because Ric Flair swinging his dick like a helicopter wasn't a problem, but someone making fun of the hug is. Is that what I'm supposed to believe?
He's covering his tracks, man. He got to get on the good side of the court of public opinion. Come on.
Helicopter spin with your junk is okay.
singing "You Spin Me Right Round" is
You
fine.
spin me right around, yeah. But making fun at Tony Khan for his awkward hug. That's all out of bounds. It's out of bounds.
Vince Russo also. We reached creepy status.
Did people lose a sense of humor? I mean, what the fuck happened?
It is creepy stuff.
It's just an awkward hug.
He's awkward.
Marvel, who are you saying about John Cena?
John Cena.
John Cena.
John Dinner? John Dinner?
John Chicken Dinner.
But so Monday Night Raw kicked off with the Last Chance Battle Royale, which was won by Riddle.
Which is funny because people are complaining about the way they titled that Last Chance when there was still one spot available. That's because that's the last chance for those people.
Yeah. But which is weird though, if in a way they should have did Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens on Raw and the Last Chance Battle Royale on SmackDown.
Yes, supposedly.
Then that could be the last chance because then all of them could be in the same.
That's starting to get weird now.
Andrew, they already explained though. Something happened and the match had to get moved. Since Ezekiel was there, I'm guessing something happened with KO because he wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
Is it just me, or you wouldn't leave your kid alone with Ezekiel? There's something off there. It's not right.
I kind of can't wait to meet Elrod.
I mean, I don't know that whole segment with his brother was really uncomfortable.
Elrod.
But also, Ezekiel posted on Twitter a picture of him and John and said, I can't believe I met John Cena, even though my brother said not to trust him, knowing their history, but he gave me great advice, never forget who you are. And I was like, this man's giving out fucking promo, his fucking life's work and fucking, like his promo work and career advice. He told the Street Profits never to give up. 3 Faces of Foley.
He's
anyone?
reading
Hot
off his
take.
hat, dude.
But so it came off and said, "Yeah, what you mean, you people?" LOL. 3 Faces of Foley. Anyone? And he goes, "Hot take. Maybe all 3 of them enter the Royal Rumble this year. Elias, Ezekiel, and Elrod."
The bad thing is, Andrew, one throw the wrong way, that beard comes off.
Yeah.
You have
that.
Ezekiel start off first, and then Elrod.
He goes to grab, someone goes to grab him, and they accidentally pull the beard.
That beard's coming off, Mike. You know it.
But
fucking awesome lace front beard.
But so the names in the Battle Royale were Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, The Miz, Veer Mahan, and a bunch of other people. And Riddle eliminates The Miz. So qualify for the last chance spot. But in a way, I think if with this Logan Paul signing, I think The Miz should have been able to qualified.
Yeah, great.
But because then if you're setting up a program with The Miz and Logan Paul at SummerSlam, you can have Logan Paul come in and cost The Miz the briefcase. And actually, so they can start their feud off like that.
Why don't we sign up Ryan Cabrera next?
Fuck that. That
do an
fucking
intergender match.
Yo,
Absolutely
fuck that.
not.
Never trust Ryan Cabrera. Yo, I was watching Ms. and Mrs. last week, and not this last episode.
When he told Maurice.
Because
told Alexa.
The Miz,
and Alexa called Maurice.
Because the context of the show, The Miz was officially eliminated from Dancing with the Stars So Maurice thought the Miz was so sad and everything. So she's tried to make him happier and everything. And he and Miz and Ryan Cabrera went to a country club and said to Ryan Cabrera, "I'm actually relieved that I'm off of Dancing with the Stars because all I was thinking was dancing and stuff." And then, like 10 minutes left in the episode, Alexa Bliss calls Maurice and is talking, and then Alexa brings up how is Mike handling the being off of Dancing with the Stars, and Maurice says sad, and she goes, "That's not what I heard from Ryan, and Ryan told me that he was relieved." So Miz kind of little into the doghouse in a way, and I said to Mike, "Do not trust Ryan Cabrera." That little snake.
This last episode was funny when he was doing the fantasy football.
Yeah. She's too obsessed with
that. She's in a hot tub. She's in a hot tub, and he goes downstairs to make a trade.
To complete a trade.
Dude, if she was in the hot tub, my whole team could go 0-15.
Oh no! But he was going to get.
I would not give a shit.
What's his dad's name? The George. He was going to win the George, which is
the George. Listen, you can keep the George,
which is a belt with his dad's. And actually,
yeah, that is funny.
Maurice said, "Why is it that your dad always gets in the way of things, even when he's not here?" And then Miz is like, "We can get in the hot tub now." She's like, "No, all I could see in front of me is your father's face." And then she's like, "By the way, I'm on my period."
Keep the George. I'm taking the Maurice. Sorry.
And also at the end of the season, the thing is, we cannot go away when it's football season, baseball season, this season, and then hockey season, and then Miz goes, "I didn't even watch hockey, but there is a season."
Hockey, that was funny.
I'm skipping everything for Bliss except for a kid. But moving on to oh god,
Rodney, you're the best.
If she's in my hot tub, my team can go with 15.
This is a great little feature there, Rodney.
I love this feature, man. I literally went to go put my cup in the sink, and I come back and I look at the bottom of the screen. It says, "Rodney, fuck that guy."
That was great. Fuck that guy.
So we had a
Rodney gets Tourette's at the mention of Ryan Cabrera.
So the next match was Montez Ford taking on Jey Uso in a singles match, and Montez Ford wins. Then we had Then we had AJ Styles clocking Miz for the second time in a week in a row. That led up to a match impromptu match with AJ Styles and The Miz, where AJ Styles won by countout. And then Carmella comes out to confront Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair left Carmella on the floor.
Billie Eilish? Was he trying to say Billie Eilish?
Bianca
Belair left Carmella.
Bianca
or whatever. Bianca Belair left Carmella on the floor after face-to-face. And then we had a little upset. We kind of had a little upset where I wasn't expecting this, that Liv Morgan defeating Alexa Bliss in a singles match. But I don't know.
They're really trying with Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Rodney, how do you feel about Liv Morgan beating Alexa Bliss?
But of course, is anybody shocked that Becky Lynch won that elimination?
I'm happy for Liv, but Alexa, she got her man now, man. She's
Becky Lynch. That whole thing, like, she's doing way too much. It's terrible.
Bobby Lashley defeating Otis and Chad Gable on a 2-on-1 handicap match. And then after the match, all three of the men, Austin Theory and Alpha Academy, took out Lashley. Cody Rhodes then updated the WWE Universe on his rehab. He brought up, they said 9 months, and he's trying to respect it. But we all know He's coming back for the Royal Rumble.
Belianka.
Belianka.
Thank you for reminding me, Andrew. I
Sounds
saw
like
this
a Russian
afternoon.
figure skater.
Chris Brown said, "Thank you for reminding me, Andrew. I saw earlier this afternoon that WWE's trying to make nice with Sasha now. That Vince has gotten in his head what she might do for AEW. Yeah, Rodney and I already stated this while playing Fortnite on Monday. If I was her, I'd fucking not come back. But
Yeah, but you
okay,
know what?
Marvel.
There is so much conflicting reports on was she released, was she not released. Now they're saying that one of the heads of the talent thing says she was released, but they're not confirming it. And so then other people saying, but then when they were asked by someone else, they said, "Oh, we don't know. That's news to us." So there's so many conflicting reports about it that until
Which
WWE puts out an official thing, she's still with the company.
That Mercedes Fernando, a.k.a. Sasha Banks, has been released with the company, but K Marvel says, I'm pretty sure Steph has to do something with that. Maybe she does.
Probably.
If Stephanie McMahon could get her Sasha Banks back, I guarantee you, I know I say this every year, Mike.
She's not winning anything.
I'm saying, if Stephanie McMahon can promise this to Sasha, that when it comes to Royal Rumble, you're winning it.
She can't promise that.
Oh,
Andrew, didn't we already go through this? If she was supposedly promised WrestleMania,
I know,
then that didn't happen. So how can you promise
190
her?
130? Is that your blood pressure right now?
Yeah.
You have your own blood pressure?
How can you promise her Royal Rumble?
Kai Marvel says it's all hearsay right now. Johnny, deep case, deep, and then depth. But apparently, I heard rumors that he was offered $300 million to come back to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, they want him back because they know that they fucked up.
He was offered $300 million.
Yes,
that's a lot of money
to be Captain Jack Sparrow again.
Now, if the fucking Harry Potter squad would just hire him back to play Grindelwald again.
Yes, and think about this.
Cancel Fantastic Beast.
I'll say this. No, I'll say this. That third movie was trash. That third movie was trash.
Rodney, put that on the bottom from me. Andrew, fuck you on the bottom, please.
But Mads Mikkelsen was amazing in that movie.
I'm gonna say this. I didn't think the third one was trash. It was definitely the weaker one out of the three.
Ronnie, I had no idea what was going on. It was all over the place.
Oh, I knew exactly what was happening. Oh man. So, but here's the thing. I want to make a point about Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp. Look, the man didn't just play Captain Jack Sparrow on TV. He was visiting children's hospitals and granting wishes as Captain Jack Sparrow to surprise kids.
Oh, he's great, bro.
In full character.
He's great.
That's what he was doing on his free time. Like, people don't realize the things that Johnny was doing. That woman ruined all of that by lying, blatantly lying. Just blatantly. Listen, don't forget her dog stepped on a bee. All right,
and she shit in Johnny's bed.
And then K Marvel says, fucked up hard.
Dropping dookies in his bed.
I kind of want to scream this, but I'm not. But K Marvel says, fucked up hard. But the thing is that Robert Downey Jr. is trying to get Depp to be in Sherlock Holmes 3. There was a second Sherlock Holmes?
Ooh,
yes. Make him a villain.
He always plays a good villain.
That would be good.
And then James says she really shit the bed for this one.
She really shit the bed.
Yeah, she really shit the bed. No pun intended.
Oh, that was good.
Nothing says love like shitting in the bed.
But I'll say this. But as far as Grindelwald, I think Mads Mikkelsen was better. I'll say that. as Grindelwald.
That's a story. That's a story that should have been in the dirt sheets.
Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows, Andrew. I don't know. I'm an idiot, I guess. I don't watch movies too often.
Ronnie, give me my little drum roll.
And you talk shit about Kenny not watching movies?
But Kenny doesn't watch any movies. Kenny didn't watch.
Rodney, we got to get him to watch.
There it is.
More access to Andrew.
Remember, we got to have Kenny watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. Okay. Oh.
Kenny's never seen that?
No. Kenny doesn't watch movies.
He's never seen The Untouchables. He's never seen Kingpin. He's never seen any of these great
Goodfellas?
He's probably never seen The Departed or any of those.
The Departed
of all time. The Departed. Come on now.
Oh, such a classic.
His favorite part of the movie is when Jack's with the girls. And he's sniffing the coke and hits them in the back with the coke.
Such a classic.
Don't get up until you're numb. What the fuck? Like, you understand that the people don't understand the magnitude and power somebody must have to say something of that nature. There's two ladies say,
Drew, have you ever seen The Shining?
It was unreal.
The Shining?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I didn't see it.
Rest in peace, Ray
Then
Liotta.
you gotta watch Dr. Sleep.
Airplane.
Dr. Sleep? There's a Dr. Sleep?
Yes, there is a Dr. Sleep.
We have a Dr. Strange and a Dr. Sleep?
Someone that you like, Andrew, is in that movie.
I know.
Drew, shave your beard.
Ewan McGregor?
Wear that beard.
Yes.
I used to say Ewan, and Kaylin used to get mad at me. I thought it was Ewan.
Ewan.
It's
Ewan?
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. That's.
Well, I've seen The Departed before because my brother.
Listen, that's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Ewan.
Or when he's hitting him in the hand while he had his hand casted up, when he hit him in the head with the boot. Are you a cop? Bang! Hits him in the arm again.
You know, he needs to see Unbreakable, Glass, Split.
Split was
with Kaylin King.
The best movie.
Kaylin is in the movie.
Yeah.
Kaylin is in that movie.
I don't look like that girl.
Oh, by the way, Rodney.
I love how she said that. I don't look like that girl, and we're all looking at each other like, yeah, she does.
Oh, by the way, Rodney, my dad was on the train, little thing, and he goes, "There's so many girls on this train. What is there? What's happening tonight?" And I'm like, "Big Time Rush concert, MSG."
Oh no! Why you gotta rub it in?
No, and my dad was like, the girls got to be like 10, 11. I was like, "Oh, good thing I'm not on that train."
Thank God we dodged a bullet.
And I told my brother, I said, "Thank God my dad's at a concert right now. He's seeing China Crisis." But I said to my brother, I'm not mentioning to him that me and Rodney were going to go see this movie. I'm at this go to this concert.
Yeah, me and Chris got to hit a concert. We got to find out who's coming though. We gotta go.
Yo, I can't wait for August when I get my drink on.
Well, Margaritaville?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
I still can't believe that time when we went to go fucking look for a shirt. We went through 6 stores to find me a shirt.
Chris, where you going? Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah, he's going. Yeah. He's going to Margaritaville. You know, he goes every year.
Oh.
Drink on. And
and Mitch tries to tag along.
Yeah, Mitch walking in with the toes out. Talking about wasting away.
Mitch came over to your house with the dogs out, bro.
Mitch
always shows up with his dogs out.
With the dogs out, bro.
Yo, when I FaceTime Mike, and then he switches to Mitch, I saw him bare feet. I said, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Dude, he always does. Takes his shoes off too.
Mitch had the dogs out at Margaritaville ready to sing a solo. They thought it was a collaboration. Jimmy Buffett and the dogs.
Oh, by the way, Rodney, Charlie retires on Sunday.
Oh, shout out to Charlie, man. Let's give Charlie.
Yeah, my stepfather's 23 years in the MTA.
Oh man, shout out.
What did he do for the MTA?
He's a shop foreman.
What yard?
He works over in Roosevelt.
Okay.
Yeah, shop foreman.
But man, let me tell you, we talk movies, we talk crazy stuff.
Yeah, this room
pretty entertaining. But man, I want to know something from all of you guys. I don't think I ever asked this question, and I know y'all, but you got to pick one.
Fuck.
To pick Juan.
You only got to pick one.
Okay, Juan.
If you had to say, "Yo, listen, I got nothing to do today, but I want to watch a go-to movie, one of my go-tos, automatic." What movie comes to your head? And you go first.
Probably one of the Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. Mike, what you got?
Probably Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. Okay. Mark, who you got?
One of my go-to movies.
Just go-to movie.
Go-to specific movie.
Go-to specific movie. Y'all got nothing to do today. I'm chilling in the house by myself. I want to watch a good one. That's
can
always...
it be like part of a series, like, or can it just be like
just
series?
one movie?
Just one movie, but it's part of a series.
I literally just said Revenge of the Sith, which is in the Star Wars franchise.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Ooh,
that is fire.
That was one of my favorite movies of that series.
Christopher Brown said A Few Good Men.
A few. Christopher Brown. Hold on. Great minds think alike. Go ahead, Chris. Who you? What movie you got?
Step Brothers.
Brothers. Okay.
I'm gonna go put my nuts on your drum set.
You put your nuts on my drum set. I'm gonna stab you in the neck with a knife. The way he described it, it broke it down. I'm gonna stab you.
Oh yeah.
No, I buried you alive.
He put that damn ketchup.
I'm burying you. You and your mother are hillbillies. The house of learned doctors.
Because I had another one. That's one of me and Rodney's favorites.
Great minds think alike, Christopher Brown.
My other movie would probably be Snyder's Zack Snyder's Justice League.
My other movie would be Wedding Crashers. I could quote that movie.
Wedding Crashers.
My other movie, and this is one of me and Rodney's favorites. My other movie would be The Other Guys.
Hey, Rodney.
Guys, that's another one I could just watch.
Hey, Rodney.
That's my movie, baby. That's my movie right there.
Wedding Crashers is 1 and 2 with
and then you have to be up in this club shaking your ass for dollar bills.
And my second go-to movie, always.
It's the Ballet Studio.
I watched it too many times.
What is that, Andrew?
Dodgeball.
You know what I just watched the other night? The Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man. Wow. Let me tell you something. Christopher Brown, you wanted something because I was gonna pick A Few Good Men. And it's just one of those movies that I can sit down, I can watch, I can concentrate, and then you get hyped up towards the end because once he gets the Colonel in there and he starts questioning him, you're like, yo, how you gonna win this case? Yo, this man's eating you alive, and then all of a sudden he turns it on because now you got him backpedaling, and when he asked him, "Did you order the code red? You goddamn right I did." Oh man, it was chills up the spine. I could think one of the greatest cinematic moments
so good that WWE copied it in their
WrestleMania 21 promo.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you order the hit?
Did you order the Bashams at ringside?
That was one of the greatest moments in cinematic history. It's forever. You play that moment, everybody knows where it's from. Goodfellas. I was watching Goodfellas yesterday. You know how many mega moments is in that movie? Just mega moments.
There's tons.
Oh man. Well, homeboy put his hands on Karen. He told her go in the house. He walked across the street with the handgun. He goes,
"Oh, that's the best."
And beats his face in with the butt of the gun. He goes, "I'll tell you right now, you touch her again, you're dead.
You're dead."
Christian Brown also.
He goes, "Dude." Well, he's gonna shoot you right there in the street. Like,
how about Joe Pesci?
Yo.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
Also, My Cousin Vinny is another go-to movie.
Told you go fuck yourself. Hey Tommy, why don't you go fuck yourself?
Christian Brown said my second movie is another cruise classic, Days of Thunder.
Let me tell you something. The scene where when they killed what's his name?
Spider.
They killed homeboy with the ice pick. They stabbed him in the back of the neck. He goes, "Oh, damn! I couldn't believe he would shut the fuck up." Because
he would
go cut up the body. Then he gets Carbone to drive the car. Carbone's like he's that confused how to drive the car.
That was Maury. They killed Maury.
When they killed Maury, he goes, "What are you doing?" I'm trying to figure out how to get out. Just drive the car. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Maury had the nerve right before he dies to ask if they have scones at the diner. Nobody ever picked up.
No, they have Danish. Bell likes Danish.
He just got everything there.
Okay, Marvel, are we talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows or is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2?
Oh, he's talking about Secret of the Ooze.
Secret Ooze?
He's talking about. See, he just said Kevin Nash's Super
Nah,
Shredder. Come on.
We talking about Jingle All the Way with the Giant as the Mega Santa Claus.
Jingle All the Way.
That was such a good movie.
Bad Santa. That's another classic.
Another classic. He was like, fucking ass so hard, you ain't gonna be shit. It was
Ted.
Thurman Merman.
Ted was a good movie.
Ted was wild.
Ted
was wild. I laughed so hard. Oh, I was.
I probably saw that 3 or 4 times in theaters.
My man crashed the car and said, "Oh, my bad. I was sending a tweet."
Son, the buddies for life, Johnny.
Oh man, when he was dancing to Tiffany in the living room.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yo. Anytime. You know the funny thing is
when they had Flash Gordon.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait a minute. The best was he was on the phone and he saw him gyrating. So I think we're alone now.
Yeah.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I gotta get the fuck out.
And then the second one where he puts Tiffany on and he's dancing the fucking Ninja Turtle fucking
K Marvel. That movie is a classic.
Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be in tears.
Yo, he just put "Don't be a menace" in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
That's a classic.
Classic.
Well, he told Grandma, he goes, "You better stay on my endo before I smoke your ass." He goes, "Oh, you said it like a motherfucker."
Hurry up and buy.
Yo, my man had a nuclear warhead in the back of the truck. Like, what are you doing? Oh,
Friday's another good one.
Friday's a classic. Oh,
I like all the Fridays.
Oh, you know what's so
all
funny?
Fridays?
Friday After Next was so funny.
Friday After Next is great, but even the Christmas one. Is that Friday After Next?
Yeah, it's Friday After Next.
Oh, that's classic.
And people don't realize how funny it was.
Oh, dude.
Corny. No, it was hilarious. Cat Williams did such a damn good job.
Dude, when he tries to rape Cat Williams in the bathroom and he grabs the pliers and he's like, "You were just going to take it.
Huh?
You were just going to take it."
Then he goes, "You ever seen the Nutcracker, motherfucker?"
What is it?
How you lose your job on your day off?
So what's your name? Damon? All right, Damon. So here's what we're going to do, Damon. We're going to walk out. No sudden movements now. You're crunching on your balls and I want to soap this way. Everybody back. There's going to be ball juice everywhere. Harry's standing there. Everybody get back.
Ronnie, another one, Mole Rats and Clerks.
Oh,
yeah, Mole Rats.
Come on. That goddamn kid's on the escalator again.
That kid's on the escalator again.
You know what? There is no Easter Bunny. Over there, that's just a guy in a suit.
It's classic. Classic stuff.
A schooner is a sailboat.
Oh, I can't wait for Clerks 3. I saw the post. You saw the stills? Have you been following?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's coming out?
Yeah. Yes. They got an official picture of them. The poster is the lock with the gun. Is the lock with the gum stuck inside the lock? Oh my God! They all work at the Quick Mart now. So this is.
Have you ever been a clerk in your life?
Yes.
What?
Because that's what makes that movie even more funny. If you were a clerk, because that's what went on in all the places I worked when the boss wasn't there. Shit like that.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
My man played hockey on the roof. You don't play hockey on the roof. On the roof.
Yo.
Like there wasn't a park across the street. They went on the roof.
Was another one.
In the parking
my
lot.
brother, I literally
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
That's another good one.
Oh my god! One of my favorite parts out of that whole movie was when the fucking house blew up and the black guy ran out of the house with his rims.
Yo, when he turned around and goes, "Is that a freaking musket? This is a freaking musket."
Is that the
musket to a gunfight?
Anthony Anderson and Tay Diggs trying to be the hard guys.
Yeah,
they're acting. Tay Diggs is like a classically trained actor.
Oh my god!
She goes, "Is that a bazooka?" He goes, "Yes, it was Christmas present from Uncle Ahmed."
Oh my!
I asked my brother a question. He said The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski is a classic.
Oh man, some classic moments in that bad boy right there. You know,
There's so many good movies.
Yeah, I could quote movies for days.
Sometimes I drop Rodney a movie line when we're hanging out and see if he can get the movie. Sometimes I stump him. Sometimes he
stumps me because he be picking most random movies. I never like.
Rodney, I got one. This one was a piece of me and Rodney's childhood, bro. How high?
Oh, that's fucking great.
Oh,
that's up Chris's alley.
That is fucking awesome. Rodney's childhood, bro.
Nah, man.
What are you trying to be like, Ryan? Mike, with the phone that close.
That's when we start putting baby powder on our hands to smack the hell out of people. We got it from Mike Epps. No, we got it from Mike Epps at How High. We put
Mike
and smack the hell out of people.
He said, "Boo foo."
Yeah, give me some powder.
He said, "Boo foo, buy us, fuck you."
He goes, "You eat the Cheetos on a hand-made tapestry." Oh, you mean this carpet?
He told the black girl, 2 inches of hard cock. She said, "You know what, baby? We gonna make it work. We can work with that."
No,
by the way, Rodney,
when I Need Money started talking, oh Lord, go ahead, Andrew.
When we were referencing Ted before, the one stripper's name was Sauvignon Blanc, and then the first time I fucking had to get wine from my parents were eating dinner, and my mom goes, "Can you get me the Sauvignon Blanc?" I'm like, "The stripper?" And she goes, "Where did you get that from?" I say, "Ted, we want the stripper's name." So whenever it's a time, she always asks me to get a Sauvignon Blanc. I'm like, "You mean the stripper wine?"
Oh my god.
The stripper wine.
Oh man.
Oh my god, bro.
Classic moments and some classic movies, man. I can go for days. Wedding Crashers.
We gotta do this on the Moves podcast. Talk about fucking
Wedding Crashers.
I've been telling Mikey,
lock it up. You lock it up.
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
He goes, "What's the matter with you?" Mom made me feel it.
He's like, "No count, Chalky."
He goes, "Snap out of it." You get mad because the old lady made you feel it can't. How are they? Whether built for speed or built for comfort. Oh, you motorboat. Oh, you motorboat. Son of a bitch, you old selling you.
Well, how about you when you get? What's the brother's name? When he ties up Vince Vaughn, he goes, "You want to play tummy sticks?"
Oh, what's his name? Damn it. Damn, what was his name?
He's crawling up Vince Vaughn. He goes, "Do you want to play tummy sticks?" He's like, "I don't want to play tummy sticks."
He goes, "I don't eat meat or fish." I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because algorithm I would get in trouble. Now I'm gonna look up his name now. Wedding Crashers.
The brother?
Yeah,
I was just watching the scene from Don't Be a Menace in South Central where the Hurry Up and Buy comes from, and right before that, when the two guys are standing outside the store, one picks up his phone and calls him and leaves a page. And the guy next to him.
You ready to roll?
Yeah, you ready to roll?
Let's roll in.
Yo. And they're like standing right next to each other. They're beeping each other.
Oh my god. Nah. Yo, listen, that was his name, Todd.
Todd.
I made you a painting.
It's
sexually violent. he kissed him on his mouth, put a finger on his lip. Please get out of here, please. And then when the worst was when Christopher Walken walked into the room, he reaches and grabs the ropes.
Yes.
And he goes, "Okay. Oh, well, you have a good night." No, you're not gonna ask why is he tied up in bed? I don't want
No.
to ask this question. Oh,
That
man.
movie.
You know,
Wedding Crashers.
all three Rush Hour movies.
Oh man.
We could have something.
Meatloaf
But
now.
you won.
We want the meatloaf.
We could have been something.
We
But
could have been
you
something
won.
special. You want crazy ass bitch?
I love that TikTok.
Nah, he goes, oh my gosh, she's a man. I went to third base with a damn freshman. He goes, Lee, check her package. She got anything more bigger than a 9. We gonna whoop his ass. I'm a woman, James. You gotta believe me. Oh my goodness.
Before I jump, I will say this about the Friday trilogy. I do enjoy Mike Epps much more than I do Chris Tucker.
I just wish that they were able to work something out. I know Chris became a mega star.
Yeah.
Point like that was the launching pad of his.
But Mike Epps is funny in those fucking movies.
Mike is hilarious, man. Oh my God, is he hilarious?
When he's getting chased around his car, he's got the cookie, and he's going, look, just like in the commissary.
Without the rapper, you can shoot quick. No, my favorite it was when he's dressed as the old man chasing them in Friday After Next. He's shooting at them. He goes, gotta get out my mustard greens and my collard greens. Boom! All holes in this damn door. And they go, next time I'm gonna shoot you in the one that wink, not the one that stink.
Yeah.
Stupid. He's stupid. Man, some classics.
I'm gonna go watch one of those. Something.
Christopher Brown said, Mark, there's talk of a 4th Rush Hour. Chris, that shit's been in the talks for the longest time.
It's like I heard Eddie Murphy's doing a 4th Beverly Hills Cop. I'd rather he not, but
don't.
It's supposed to be another Lethal Weapon also.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Another 21 Jump Street.
Yes.
23 Jump Street.
23 Jump Street needs to be made.
No.
I was just gonna bring up 21 and 22 Jump Street.
Think about the goddamn
daughter. And then he
Stop fucking with Korean Jesus.
Yeah, what's his face annoying me now?
Yo, he takes the gun and points it towards Channing Tatum, and he's like, "Oh, that's not funny."
Yeah, you don't know.
Super bad.
That shit was great.
Bad.
Oh, super bad. There was one line in Super Bad, and I can't fucking remember what the line was.
Fogel, take that vest off. You look like Aladdin.
No. It was the one from. It was Michael Cera said it to Jonah Hill in the car. It was something about when he said he wishes he could be sucking Michael Cera's mom's tits.
Yeah.
And then he hit him with a comeback, and I can't remember what the fuck he said. He said something about like just like you used to suck your dad's dick. Something like that. I was like, oh my God.
The best part of that movie is when he got hit by the car, because the way he got hit and fell was priceless. Then he gets up and goes, "Nah, you gonna do us one better. You gonna go in there and buy us alcohol." I know.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny when he was fucking when the cop was chasing him. He's like, "That's the fastest fucking kid alive."
And then also when Jonah Hill's getting fucking a groove on with a girl, and all of a sudden the nastiness.
Oh, the period on his leg.
Oh God.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah,
that was bad. My man.
All right. On that note,
peace. My man was in a group circle singing "These Eyes."
These eyes
for you.
And everyone else, they're all doing coke, listening to him.
Oh, hi. Terrible.
Later, boys.
He did a fucking line of coke. He was like, whoa.
Oh, man.
But
we off the rails, baby.
Oh,
but now going back on the rails.
Yeah, Kenny was like, what is anything you guys are saying have to do with wrestling?
But now I'm gonna go over the Money in the Bank card that it's happening on Saturday, July 2nd at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Paradise, Nevada. It was supposed to be held at the Allegiant Stadium, but the ticket sales have dropped. So they moved it to MGM.
And screwed some people over?
Yes, a lot of people over. So we have Bianca Belair taking on Carmella in a singles match for the Raw Women's Championship. We also have the men's Money in the Bank contract match. We have Seth freaking Rollins taking on Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Omos versus Sami Zayn versus Riddle versus Ezekiel or Kevin Owens.
Do we know if that match is still even scheduled?
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out more tomorrow. Probably.
Yeah, but they're not. But what's funny is they're not even SmackDown superstars.
I know.
Why is Omos in that fucking match, man?
Yeah, why is Omos? Like,
Omos
what is he
only
gonna
needs
do?
the two. He only needs the two first steps of the fucking ladder.
They're gonna do the whole stupid, idiotic intricacies that he's gonna get buried by ladders, then rise up and blah blah blah, like the Big Show situation. Why did Big Show need to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match a couple of years?
John Cena hit him in the head with that boom, boom,
and then breaking the briefcase for the first time that I've seen that ever happen. I said, "Where the hell did the handles go?" But next we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match for a women's championship contract. We got Lacey Evans taking on Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka versus Shotzi versus Becky Lynch. Next match on the card, we got Ronda Rousey versus Natalya in a singles match for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
I was going to Natalya.
And the next match, we have the Usos taking on the Street Profits in a tag team match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And then rounding it off, we have Mr. Theory taking on Bobby Lashley in a singles match for the United States Championship.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Wasn't Street Profits supposed to choose the stipulation to that match?
I don't know.
That was what was said on the broadcast before the match on Monday. Winner.
So maybe they announced the stipulation tomorrow?
That's what I'm guessing. But after the match started and everything, and they won, they never mentioned it again.
Okay.
It's weird. They never said, "Oh, they get to choose stipulation now." They just said in the beginning.
See you later, K Marvel. We'll check out your show coming up after this show is over. Well, I'll swing over to your show after this is over. But who do you see winning the Raw and not the Raw? You see winning the men's and the women's briefcases. Starting with you, Rodney.
I'm going to pick Little Miss Bliss, the women's, and I'm going to pick for the men's. Did Seth Rollins qualify?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I'm picking Seth Rollins.
Seth Franklin Rollins. That was the funniest. That was the funniest shit. But he changed.
Yo, shout out to Seth Rollins for the whole doing the John Cena thing with his like thing. Hit it.
He was doing the laughing in the.
I didn't even notice that. Oh shit!
Yeah, go watch it again.
And then he's saying to John Cena on Raw, both of us are greatest time. Both of us are architects, and John Cena's face was like. But Mark, who do you have?
I got Seth, and would you run through me again? Who's in the women's match?
We got Liv Morgan. We got Lacey Evans. We got Alexa Bliss. We got Raquel Rodriguez. We got Asuka. We got Shotzi and Becky Lynch.
I'm over with Seth and Becky.
Ooh. That's a good. That might That could be like the safe ways in a way. Because I know Rodney is thinking maybe Alexa Bliss is a safe way.
I feel like Roman's definitely, if he's losing those titles to anybody, it's Seth.
So they could be setting up for Cody.
They're gonna be setting up for. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, bro. The way it's going, it's gonna wind up. He's gonna lose those titles at
The next two pay-per-views.
At SummerSlam. Seth is gonna wind up cashing in at SummerSlam, and then it's gonna be Seth and Cody at Mania.
The best part about this SummerSlam match is the last man standing match. So
I didn't even know we had the last man standing match.
So after the match, you know both competitors are going to be basically tired.
There's times where this man Rodney sits so still on the camera. I think he's frozen until he blinks.
What happens if you don't blink?
No, I just got stunned by something. I don't know how the hell it's gonna work, but
go ahead.
It's non-wrestling related, so.
Okay.
I don't know if that's even gonna be working. I'm trying to work the numbers in my head right now. I can't.
Trying to Drew Gulak? Yeah. Punch the numbers?
We'll tap into my shot. Also, shout out to Dana Brooke, man.
She got into a car accident.
Yeah, everyone thought she was released, this and that.
No, man. I pray prayers up for her. Make sure she's good. Prayers up for Travis Barker as well. Man, there's so many things happening in the world.
What happened to Travis Barker?
He was rushed to the hospital the other day.
For what?
We still undisclosed. His daughter said something. They said, I didn't get to read the whole thing, but he was rushed to the hospital.
Oh, shit. That's fucked up, man.
So it's like he tweeted out something saying, God save me. And then the whole world.
I fucking hope it's not drug related, bro.
Like they got rushed to the hospital. They said,
I know that man struggled with drugs and shit in the past, but
man, I hope everything's all right. People just a lot of things happening right now, man. Scary stuff.
Michael?
I'm going to say Franklin. Seth Franklin Rollins. And see, I want to say Liv Morgan. Because honestly, Money in the Bank really should establish a new star. A new champion. But it's probably going to be Becky.
See?
You didn't say that.
No, I think it.
Oh, wait. Before you say, the only reason why is because, like I said, is anybody surprised that Becky won that match?
No.
Anyone really surprised?
Come on now.
That's why I have a feeling she's winning.
We can't just give it to her.
She has to earn it. But to me, I think I'm going with Seth Rollins for the men's. I'd love to say Liv Morgan as well. But a curveball can be thrown. What happens if they give it to Raquel Rodriguez? They could turn her heel. But
that's a big ass what if.
It's like too close to call. It's like a race.
Yeah, but you know what? They don't know what they want to do with any of them because let's see. What was Lacey Evans was going to Raw heel.
SmackDown.
Going to SmackDown face. Mm-hmm. Which way did she go? Which way did she go?
Man, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options that you can go if they want to build new stars. I think the time is now. Lacey Evans of the world, the Liv Morgans of the world. You want to lean towards that way. And look, you got opportunities here, WWE. Don't give us the same stuff and don't play the safe route. Give somebody a chance. Give them a run. See what they can do.
And the only reason why we all are in agreement about Seth is because it's going to lead to him and Cody.
Oh, of course. That's
which is the only thing you should do.
Actually, my point. WrestleMania, come on now. It's all worth it. It's all worth it to pull that off.
And Also, we have an Impact Plus event happening tomorrow. It seems.
Yeah, here's what's weird. The scorecard is dropping late tonight, so they might not count it for the league.
Oh.
So, as of right now, we have Josh Alexander defending his Impact World Championship against Joe Doring.
Mm-hmm.
We also have James Storm and the Good Brothers, and two competitors to be announced probably tonight against Honor No More's Eddie Edwards, Kenny King, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Vincent. We also have Sami Callihan versus Moose in a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match.
What the fuck is that?
I have no fucking clue. We have Jordan Grace defending her Impact Knockouts World Championship against Tasha Steelz. And also we got Mia Yim and Mickey James tag teaming against Chelsea Green and Deanna Purrazzo.
Ooh.
More matches probably announced happening right now as we're speaking because Impact is on from 8 to 10. But we'll find out more. For tomorrow's is an Impact Plus event. So if you're subscribed to Impact Plus, you can watch it for free. But also for Money in the Bank, get your Peacock.
Get your Peacock.
Yeah, Mitch, get your Peacock. Stop asking about the Mets game the other day. Get your Peacock.
Yeah, that was weird the other day when it was on Peacock. I don't like. See, it's like weird in a way. I hate these streaming deals with all these companies with baseball and everything because we have to deal with MLB. Yankee games are on Amazon or Apple TV or Peacock.
According to James Perry, the Impact card will count, which is stupid because it's less than a day to do the card.
Okay.
Ooh.
I feel like they should put a poll on that shit.
I think they were discussing it earlier, but I don't think they did a poll.
Do you guys have anything to bring to the show?
Not really. I mean,
so I'm thinking next week. You got a week to make another card for
I went out of business.
we still doing this? I'm canceling my show. Fuck these guys.
The
Rodney, you can have my
was
roster.
pulled.
Rodney, you can have my roster.
You don't want to do it no more?
After the fucking beautifully put together show that you came up with, how do the rest of us top that shit?
Rodney already texted me saying he went overboard.
Rodney sat there and strategically made his show.
He literally wrote the script.
Yeah.
Instead of just making the matches.
You said book a wrestling show. I didn't know. What do you want me to say? There's no way to do it.
He do his job. We didn't do our job that well. We just doing fucking random shit. But
I'm gonna get in touch with Janelle and tell Janelle to put your ass on creative.
I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah,
mind in there.
We got business to talk about Battle Club. Not Battle Club. We got the Jabba Sam 2 event that's happening.
Oh yeah,
on August 20th.
Yeah.
What do we like? I know that you give us this sponsorship. You gave us a sponsorship thing, but I want to know what we're gonna choose. What we're choosing.
Rodney wanted to go full top tier package.
Yeah, I would say I would love to have the full top tier.
That's not bad. It'd be $100 between the 5 of us.
Well,
you said it was 500 altogether.
That was the top tier. We don't have to go top tier. It's up to you guys. We'll talk about it off there. I don't want to air that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will let you show up and represent. I showed up represented last year.
Yeah, I have to show up this year because
we gotta get these T-shirts made.
I got to meet some wonderful, wonderful individuals and the four corners of commentary, and me and Kate Marvel have become closer than ever since meeting last August. So that's been really, really damn cool. And the rest of the crew too, man. Look, we are brothers now. We family, and that's how we look at them.
Like
I can't wait to tune in.
Like I said,
Rodney, hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off, Drew. Rodney, send me the behind the barricade logo.
Mm-hmm.
I have somebody that can make the t-shirts for us.
Okay.
My sister's ex-boyfriend makes t-shirts.
They still talk to each other?
They don't still talk to each other, but I still talk to him from time to time. And if I give him business, regardless, he's not gonna give a fuck.
Oh,
and he'll hook me up anyway. So because I never had a problem with the kid.
I'm just putting this out there. As today is NBA free agency, the Lakers are just making all kinds of noise right now. Yeah. Leon Walker the fourth, Troy Brown. Now they're talking about putting a package together to get KD from
Rodney.
I don't see that possible. I'm trying to crunch the numbers right now. There's no way.
Is that the thing you're trying to?
That's the thing you're talking about. Crunching the numbers.
I can't. The math doesn't add up, folks.
Well,
it just doesn't add up.
Rodney, tell us how you feel about the stupid Knicks shit that we talked about the day after when I sent you the text.
Well, listen, the Knicks are a hot mess. When you look at what they tried to do, they tried to structure a whole. Hold on, I got you back.
Are we doing a Four Corners takeover? Barricade the Four Corners?
Yeah, well, yes, we're gonna put that together as well. Andrew, I muted you just. I wasn't sure if you were talking.
Because Drew said you wanted to. Drew, I think Drew, you said you wanted to show up tonight, right? On Four Corners.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna be like watching the show.
Oh, okay, watch the show. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it too, but we normally plan something out ahead of time when we collaborate like that. So I wasn't hitting up for anything. So
yeah.
Well, we'll talk. We'll do it soon. I said we should do something like that.
I'm gonna troll on YouTube.
Oh yeah, for sure. But look, here's the thing: when it comes down to the Knicks put themselves in a prime position to stack up draft picks. That's cute, but here's my problem: you went out there and now agreed to a deal with Jalen Brunson, who is a up and coming game changing player. But is it enough to get you over the hump? I don't think it is. You gave this man $110 million. You cleared enough cap space. You made the records of trades. You moved salary around.
I just love what you said after I sent what the GM said. You're just like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck all that. I want to hear what Leon Rose has to say, man. Leon Rose, you're a disappointment to New York. You're a disappointment to New York Knicks fans, and I'm not even a Knicks fan telling you this. I grew up with Knicks fans all around me. My brother is a Knicks fan.
Your wife is a Knicks fan.
My wife is a Knicks fan. My mother-in-law is a Knicks fan. And I'm talking about diehard Knicks fan. My mother-in-law has been to Knicks playoff games in the 90s. Raucous crowd. Playoff games. She's been there. Regina's been to Islander Stanley Cup games. So shout out to her. When I say she's a fan, she is a fan. She watches this. She lives for this. So look, there's some people that really sit down and say, what are they doing? I've never seen this franchise win. There's kids that were born and never seen the Knicks win anything. It's sad. All these years, you still haven't got back to the chip? Come on, y'all. I'm not counting 99. Come on, don't count 99. 99 was a lockout year. They went on a beautiful run. It was great. But you got bounced by the Spurs. There was no way you beat the Twin Towers. So when I look at Leon Rose and his situation, he got to come out here publicly. I don't want no damn statement that you wrote on a little post and blog. I want you to come out there and get in front of the microphone, Leon. We need answers. The New York Knicks fans need answers. I think you guys as New York Knicks fans should demand answers from the GM.
It's crazy. The one team that's in the MSG that is overselling your fucking team and tickets is the fucking Rangers. Mm-hmm. And it hurts to say that as an Islander fan, saying the Rangers are doing something better in the Garden than the fucking Knicks are.
And first reported by Stephen A. Smith, Kyrie Irving has stated he is going to LA as soon as he can, as soon as he's available to go. he only agreed to opt into his contract so they can be available to trade.
Mm-hmm.
And they both
Which is funny, Rodney, because my friend Hawk knew exactly why he was opting in. But every other article is saying he changed his mind. He wants to stay. He changed it. No, he doesn't.
He wants to. He lives in New Jersey where he grew up. He wants to be close to home, but he wants also to have some peace of mind and play his game. And he will feel as much as him and LeBron clashed towards the end of their run together. He always knew that was the best player he ever played with, and they had the best relationship. Not saying that's not a knock against KD. KD and him just went into a bad situation. First of all, KD shouldn't have listened to him. He should have went to the Knicks. KD was a step away from going to the New York Knicks, but he listened to Kyrie. If Kyrie would have said, "I'll come to the Knicks with you," we wouldn't be having this conversation. But keep in mind, thank God he didn't, because look at what Boston, look what Brooklyn's going through right now. The Knicks would have been even worse.
All of us fans would be like, "Are you fucking shitting me?"
It'd have been even worse.
It was a godsend that he didn't come.
It was a blessing in disguise. Now, who says the Knicks can't put together a package that might not be good enough to get KD, but at least pick up the phone and call and see what you could possibly get? I wouldn't not try.
But the question is, Rodney, like you're saying, how do the numbers add up for Lakers to even get him?
Russell Westbrook got to be in that package.
Even I'm thinking there's no way.
It's the only way that it works.
You're paying AD, you're paying LeBron.
They're gonna have to put Russell Westbrook and AD in that package. I would gladly trade AD for KD. I would have no issues with breaking apart away from AD, because now I got to take in a Kevin Durant, who's arguably the best player on the planet. And all right, if that comes with Kyrie Irving, I'm gonna be trading one non-available player, like I always call him, Anthony Plain Clothes Davis, because he's never in a damn jersey to play, and got another headache in Kyrie, who never plays either. So I'll take your headache for my headache. I'll give you a headache, and you give me your headache back. But at least I get the best player.
Here's the question. Okay. Here's the question. He's still not vaccinated, right?
No.
And I'm pretty sure LA is going to be stricter. So he wouldn't even be able to play even if they trade for him.
And but you know what? The last one, the Lakers are not even. I don't think they're focusing on Kyrie. I think they're focusing on KD. Now that KD requested the trade, can we entice KD to understand, hey, we can make this work over here? LeBron, KD, that's a lot. And LeBron's on his last legs, on his way out the door. He wants to play when Bronny gets in the league. But Bronny about 2 years away. Does LeBron have enough in the tank to last 2 more years? I don't know at a high level, no. But he can stick around. He can give you a solid 15 to 20 points a game. But he ain't gonna be able to get you to 10 rebounds, but he might be able to get you 4 or 5. He can get you a lot of assists. He's a hell of a passer of the basketball. And he's not gonna be as strong and as physical as he normally would because he's getting old. But AD is not around. LeBron has not read up his contract with LA. He has not read up yet. He wants to see what they're going to do. That's the only way. And the Knicks, like I said, Knicks fans, I demand that you come to the front of the congregation and step up and say something about this. Leon Rose needs to come out here and say something to you guys. He owes you guys an apology. Yeah, you stacked up draft picks, but right now you're building a franchise to win. You're not building a franchise to win 10 years from now. They've waited they waited over 20-something, over 40-something years. Come on now. It's enough is enough.
And it's time for a change.
Yes, that's it. Shout out to Owen Hart. That's right.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Simple. I understand. Man, Woj is just coming out with the news today.
You also got to say shout out to the Islanders prospect, William Tafur. Fucking went off in the Memorial Cup.
Mm-hmm.
He won the MVP. Can't wait to see him up there.
So now Now they're saying the Lakers are targeting Kyrie. They also just signed Juan Toscano Anderson to a 1-year deal. He just came off of the Golden State Warriors championship team, so he's going to the Lakers as well. 1-year deal.
Mike, are you okay?
I'm just with Rodney. How do they make that?
I don't know how they make this work. I don't know what you're giving up.
First of all, not even that, Rodney. You just said they just spent money on top of that to sign somebody else.
I'm so confused. Like
you shouldn't have made any signings. If you are really focused on this, you got to make this work before you do any signings.
But also you don't want to lose out. This is day one. This is day one. Those first 3 days are those really handshake lock-in days. It don't really start to kick in for the next after the 3 days, right? So these are really just agreements. It takes a full effect on the third day, and then press conferences happen and whatnot. So when you really look at this, I'm really sure that we really are trying to go out there and get shooting and point guard help. But then on the flip side, what you want to do is make sure you get the best core around LeBron and AD just in case this trade doesn't work out. Because if we lose out on people, because right now, AD, KD, Kyrie, in a guarantee. Man, all that rhyme. I'm sorry. It's not a guarantee.
Now we got PD with a Disty and every CD.
Like
we're running out of alphabets.
Me signing these guys are guarantees. I'm going to see them play. So I like what they're doing. I like the signings that they're making. They're getting shooters. I personally like Gary Harris. That's some of the things I really do like. What the Lakers are going to need to get some dogs. All right, you're going to need to get some dogs. You got a lot of guys out here.
Okay, Gustavo.
What happened? Dog. We got Jimmy. Dog. Like so, at some point, you're gonna need to get a full boatload of support and put him around. I'm sorry, Russell Westbrook cannot be on the team next year. He can't. Knicks, you want him? Take him. You want that 40? You want to pay that man $43 million? Go ahead, knock yourself out. Take him off my hands, please. I'll take one of your first round picks for him.
I'm literally watching Stretch go off about the Knicks on the four quarters right now.
Yeah, I'm with him. Like this is by far the most outrageous thing I've ever seen. These New York Knickerbocker fans, I feel for you. My heart is with you. Stretch, my heart is with you. If they're listening, my heart is with you. I am a Laker fan and my heart's with you guys. I see the torture y'all been through. Hell, I'll put you through some of that torture.
So Rodney, Andrew, next week's event in Supercard is Last Man Standing.
Oh, not gonna play that.
And then it's I think Ring Dom, Road to Glory, and then War Games again.
I feel like we haven't played a Ring Dom in a minute, right? I don't know why I feel that way.
And I, of course, am skipping War Games.
Yeah.
And Last Man Standing.
Yeah, and you know what's weird? We should be close to a new tier.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the end of the month.
I just got the pro Hurricane.
Nice.
Good thing you had enough sandcastles.
Yeah, man.
I barely get any.
What? You haven't? Have you done the weekly? I got a lot of my sandcastles from whatchamacallit? The complete in Super Pass stuff.
I am still so far away from Money in the Banks.
Yeah, I'm only like 13 in. It's a lot.
I'm 30 in. I just auto it. The best thing to do is, Rodney, before you go to sleep, do your 5.
Wait until the morning.
Wait in the morning, do your next 5. And then, like 5 hours later, check it again. You can do your next 5 on your lunch.
So
hey, that is a fucking hour.
Are you guys doing Giants?
I'm doing Giants only because I said I wanted the single. I did not do War Games.
Yeah, I want to get, if anything, I'll get the Kane card because it's a pro. People are freaking out that Kane's undercard. It's like after the whole thing.
Wait. So I was watching King Kitten yesterday, and someone brought it up that JB was ripping Kane, ripping the Supercard apart, saying to get Kane out. So someone was bringing up why, and one of the moderators deleted the comments, like leave politics out of it. So, of course, Kitten's like, yo, when I'm streaming, I don't care what any other streamer is doing right now.
I gotta give this sub to
watching them. He's like, I'm not watching them. I don't care what they do.
But I'm hoping it somehow gets the Super Stacy card.
Oh man,
just give me a pro. Nice. Just give me a pro. Not a single of each.
Oh yeah, I would like a pro on the Stacy card. That would have been great. Help that women's deck a little bit. Mark, as you know, we're talking about WWE Super Cards,
which you should get into.
It's a card game on your phone.
Hold on, my internet's
buggy.
My internet just took a shit on me just now.
Oh shit! No pun intended.
They said the internet will explode if the Lakers traded LeBron and AD for Kyrie and KD.
Oh, imagine LeBron a net.
LeBron would just say, "I want to walk over to the Garden then. Fuck playing Barclays Center." Mm-hmm. But yeah, what other things that? So yeah, we got Impact tomorrow and Impact Plus.
Oh, and by the way, I'll only have about 1 hour to do that card because I work till 6 tomorrow.
Oh,
actually, by the time I get home, I will have maybe a half an hour to
do the card right now.
The card's not up yet.
Oh, well, do the card first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
but eating breakfast.
Yeah, but here's the bad thing. Here's the bad thing. What about Jen? I usually have to sign in for her to do it.
Hey, it's your card, not her card. She should be responsible for signing in her own card.
She doesn't. I do it on my laptop. I sign right in on my laptop.
Then tell her to set it up.
No.
She's responsible for her own shit. I would do it.
Everybody's saying the basketball guys need to bless us with KD, LeBron, and Kyrie on the same team. I hope that is not the case. A lot. I really hope that's not the case. That's a lot of ego, man. Listen, my Lakers are known for having. Listen, we had Kareem, Magic, and James Worthy on the same team. Look, those are all Hall of Fame players. All three of them. And I'm not saying, but back then it was different kind of game. Ego wasn't much of a thing. It's about winning.
Take us home, Andrew.
So, this was an interesting come together episode of BTB Live.
Come together!
Right now.
Rodney? Oh, Rodney was supposed to say it. You just fucked it up.
But
Rodney, get up and walk away.
It's like,
he just gets up and walks away.
Fade out.
But this was an amazing episode of BTB Live. Then fusing on into Andrew's Hot Takes. I'd like to thank everybody that was here.
Live Hot Takes.
BTB.
Yes. I'd like to thank everybody that listened, commented.
BTB Live Takes.
So yeah, that's awesome. But we'll see you next week, Monday, 6 to 8 for BTB Live.
Mm-hmm.
For Andrew's Hot Takes, 7 to 9 on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
And have a great Money in the Bank. Have a great time for 4th of July. Please don't drink and drive.
Be safe.
And Rodney, we will enjoy the Black Phone on Saturday.
That's right. And listen, please don't
Rodney, what you doing for the 4th of July, Rodney?
For the 4th? Nothing. Oh, that's dope. Got Rose.
Yep.
I might pull up.
Let me know.
Shit.
what I was about to say. Damn it, I got sidetracked. Yes, guys, be safe out there for the 4th of July. Don't wind up like Jason Pierre Paul. Protect your phalanges at all times.
Don't be like my cousin's husband, whose fireworks went off in his pocket.
Oh, you want to hear some shit? Check this out. So last year we had a cake that we set off in the street.
A cake?
And one of the fireworks shot out the side of the cake and hit the neighbor's kid next door.
Oh my God.
So after that, we decided to take 2 cinder blocks and every firework we put between 2 cinder blocks, just in case some shit like that happened.
I'm playing dangerous games.
It was bad. We didn't know that was going to happen.
But look, guys, it's been a pleasure. Protect yourself at all times. Obey the commands at all times. Happy 4th of July, and we'll see you guys on Monday.
Protect the huevos.
Almost forgot I had to end the stream.